Hey everybody, hey, it's Midnight the Dragon here, and I thought, since I can't sleep, I thought it'd be appropriate just to watch some scary videos, and then I'll eventually have to go to bed. So that's probably like the worst thing you can do, right? Is watch something scary, you know what I mean? Because then that's gonna keep you up, I guess. So then I YouTubed Bizarre Bub and then Nuke's Top 5. I watched a few of Nuke's Top 5 like a while back, but I usually just stick with Bizarre Bub. But we're gonna watch a few scary videos and see what happens. I really doubt that I'll be scared, to be honest. But I thought maybe it'd be something different, you know what I mean? Than just playing video games. Yeah. So hopefully this is something you'd like, and hopefully I won't get in trouble. But I guess we'll start with this one. And I can't fix my camera. I don't know why I'm like that.
Coffee, Ohio is the Schrader Road Tunnel. Built underneath a set of railroad tracks in 1927, the old road tunnel is said to be extremely haunted. The story goes that long ago a woman was carrying her baby while walking along the train tracks late at night. The two were hit by an oncoming train. It is said that her ghost and the ghost of her baby haunt the Schrader Road Tunnel. Many people who have traveled through the tunnel report that they have seen the ghostly figure of a woman holding her baby. Others report hearing odd, unexplained wails and moans. Because of this, locals started referring to the Schrader Tunnel by a very different and much creepier name, the Crybaby Tunnel. So, Levi Woodruff is intrigued by the spooky stories and sets out to explore the Crybaby Tunnel late one night. As you might imagine, it did not go well.
So I've been down in here in a place called Crybaby's Tunnel. It's a place that's local around my area. And they say she got hit on the tracks with her baby, where her body was dumped right there.
Is somebody sitting there?
Right down here.
Oh, I thought I saw somebody sitting.
Something dead right there. No, there was something dead right there. A dead deer. It's a dead deer.
Somebody's sitting there.
I was trying to get stuff done. This place is spooky. Is anybody out there?
I'm like a floating head. What the hell? Whoa, fuck that shit. I'd run.
Hello? What?
Hold on, let me put it louder. You can hear the baby crying. Yeah, I'd run.
Hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
In the pitch black darkness of the tunnel with nothing but a flashlight, Levi suddenly hears the disturbing cries of a baby. Familiar with the spooky stories about the tunnel, Levi makes a run for it. So could these cries belong to the spirit of the baby that tragically passed away at the creepy old railroad tunnel? And is the ghost of the baby's mother also inside, just waiting for someone to come in?
That's a baby crying. Yeah. Nah, I'd run. First of all, I wouldn't be doing this by myself. Screw that. I'd have like people with me. At least one other person. Damn. Give me a second. I want to make it dark because it's more spookier. Should be good. Alright, I don't know why my shirt is not. It's. I mean, it's green, so I can understand why the green screen is acting the way it is. Excuse me, but it plays perfectly on the when I was playing Tomb Raider earlier. So I don't know, and I'm kind of too lazy to fix it right now. So yeah, but going back to this video, I'm gonna rewind it like it's a VHS. But I could have sworn there's somebody sitting there looking at him. Let me see.
Is anybody out here for he was dumped my area.
Okay.
And
At least to me it looks like.
on the tracks with her baby.
Right. Okay. See, my dumbass thought somebody was sitting right here. I thought these were like legs. And they're just watching him. That's what I thought was going to be the spooky part. Or he was going to be focused on whatever's here. Dead deer, I think, is that what he said. And then I thought he was going to like flash the camera up, and then that woman's going to be just staring at him.
Her body.
See, right there. It kind of looks like somebody just sitting there.
It was dumped right there in the creek. Right down here.
But obviously it's not.
There's something dead right there. No, there's something dead right there. A dead deer. It's a dead deer. I've been out here forever trying to get stuff done.
But having the dead... Having...
Scott, here's an offer.
Don't play with me.
Oh.
This is spooky.
That alone is just more than enough. Like, yeah, I'm out of here.
Hello? Alright. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
In the pitch black darkness of the tunnel with nothing but a flashlight, Levi suddenly hears the disturbing cries of a baby. Familiar with the spooky stories about the tunnel, Levi makes a run for it. So could these cries belong to the spirit of the baby that tragically passed away at the creepy old railroad tunnel?
Probably.
And is the ghost of the baby's mother also inside, just waiting for someone to come in?
Wow.
No.
How can you... Wow, how can you do it by yourself? That's like super...
The House of Light and
Great.
Shadows. TikTok creator Anthony Yamada has dedicated his TikTok page to making videos about life in Japan and the available homes and real estate there.
Sweet.
In one of his videos, Anthony is giving a tour through an affordable 4-bedroom home in Fukuoka City, Japan. When this happens.
Here's what $760 gets you in Fukuoka, Japan.
Wow.
Now today we have a classic Japanese
nice.
home, starting with a very nice tatami room. This house will run you a monthly rent of Junimanen. This 4-bedroom home is in a wonderful location. 3-minute walk away from a supermarket, electronics store, and convenience stores.
Did you see it?
No, oh, yeah.
Well, Anthony didn't.
I
But
did.
soon after he enters, a
Right
shadow
there.
can be seen moving around and standing behind a translucent Japanese-style wall. But when Anthony looks behind the wall, there's no one there. But
That is
Anthony didn't
creepy.
notice any of this until shocked viewers quickly flooded the comment section, wondering if the reasonable price of only $760 a month for a 4-bedroom home in a large popular city has anything to do with that. Some viewers even
Screw that.
jokingly ask if the ghost is included with the house. Now, is this a Japanese ghost or not? And would you pay $760 a month to live with one? I'll leave that up to you to
Not
decide.
by myself. If I had roommates,
Reaper.
yes.
TikTok user Jess is a certified nursing assistant. One night, she's working the late shift in the psychiatric unit at an old and allegedly haunted children's hospital in Maine. She spots something that sends a chill down her spine.
Okay, there's nobody here, right?
Right.
Nobody here.
Oh wow, there's somebody standing
This is
there.
not me. This is me waiting, closing the door. What is that?
Yeah, you can see her. It's,
And here comes the door back opening.
wow.
And nobody's there. But yet,
It's like an old lady. Wow.
A dark human-like figure can be seen standing in front of Jess in the hospital hallway mirror. But there's no one there. A TikTok commenter points out that she might be seeing the image of a Reaper, there to collect someone to take their soul to the other side. Jess confirms that, strangely, one of her patients actually did pass away the following day. It's worth mentioning that Nurse Jess has never posted any paranormal content on her TikTok and has only ever shared videos about her life and experiences working as a certified nursing assistant. So could this be a Reaper caught on camera? You decide. Down below. Crafter Maura Johnson from Huntington Beach, California is packing for a trip to sell her handmade goods at a Las Vegas trade show. Suddenly, she and her business partner hear something downright creepy coming from somewhere just below their feet.
We're trying to deal with this. I have had not enough coffee to deal with this.
No dumping, drain to clean.
Honestly, this is coming from the dream. Okay. Some creepy words.
It's crazy.
Where is it? Who is it? What's going on in here?
I would respond.
Obnoxious as hell.
Maura and her business partner hear creepy sounds and what can only be described as singing coming from the sewer drain. The time of this recording is at 5:45 in the morning, so it makes no sense that anyone would be down in the sewer that early, much less singing. Now, Maura is in no way claiming that she captured anything otherworldly. In fact, none of her videos on her TikTok page have anything to do with the paranormal at all. Maura simply posted this one creepy, unexplained moment that she experienced.
Imagine she hears it in her drain. Like imagine she's taking a shower or she's brushing her teeth and then you hear that same siren-like sound coming through your drain though. That'd be creepy. Or your sink drain or your tub drain. That's crazy. They say things like that you're not supposed to how do you say, interact. Because it's like, how do you say you're welcoming it? Yeah. That's crazy. So far the two videos are the first two are pretty convincing. Because even if somebody went down to make it seem like it was real, still, I wouldn't. No way. I wouldn't go down there. Screw that. I don't care how much you pay me. That's creepy. I thought maybe she was going to pan the camera back down and then you're going to see a hand or a face.
So, just what is this? And who or what is down in the sewer singing at 5:45 in the morning? For now, this eerie capture remains unexplained.
Why is there a guy surfing?
We need scary videos, so if you see something scary that you think would be perfect for the top 5, send it to me at nukestop5@gmail.com. At DK
Oh,
Oldies,
hell no.
with a view. Ever since they moved into their new apartment, Joey Chilotny and his family have been experiencing strange, unexplained activity. Their furniture and belongings seem to inexplicably move on their own. Their infant son's toys turn on and off at random, and they often hear the sound of doors and cabinets opening and closing on their own. So on this particular day, Joey suddenly hears something very odd coming from his son's bedroom. He is determined to capture evidence of the supernatural activity in the apartment, so he takes out his phone and begins to record. What he captures is truly chilling.
A ghost?
So me and my wife have been living in this apartment for about 6 months now. For the past 2 weeks, some weird things have been happening in our son's room. So I wasn't gonna record, but I actually came here to feed the cats. We have 2 cats. So I came over to feed them, and I noticed that in his room, my son's room back here, there's one of my cats.
Kitty!
I can hear this toy being played, and it was not on before. And it is playing right now. And I don't know why it's playing right now. I didn't leave it on. But even if I did leave it on, like, I'll turn it off. Even if I did turn it on, it wouldn't automatically play. You'd have to, even if I brush over the keys, it doesn't really go. So you'd have to really press the button and make it go. And it was not on, and it turned on, and I could hear it. That's why I started recording. And now that I'm looking around, actually, there's stuff knocked over. This plant's knocked over, this fake plant's knocked over.
Oh, wow.
There's books on the ground. The wipes are on the floor. I don't know what is going on. And there is no one here. I'm here by myself. There's nothing here. Do you see that?
What? The current move?
Am I insane? Am I insane?
What was it?
Someone just walked by the window.
Oh shit!
And I will go out there and show you that no one is here.
I didn't see that.
This door is
Hey,
locked.
they got one of them kitty robot
This
kitty
is the
litters.
door you just left. This door is locked.
They're expensive.
There's nothing out here. Nothing out here. There's a closet door. This is also locked. I don't think we've ever opened that door. It's always been locked. Just the weirdest things are happening. Weirdest things are happening.
An electronic toy turns on by itself, and as Joey looks around the room, a strange shadow can be seen.
You can barely
passing by
see
the
it though.
balcony window.
Wow. No wonder I didn't
Joey
see it.
shows that there's no one outside and that there's nowhere for anyone to hide. In fact,
I was expecting just like see like a greater shadow, like the one from Japan. That clip in Japan, where the guy was like standing there. Yeah, this one was very, very barely you could even see anything. Like I didn't notice it until obviously they replayed it. Oh no, the whole toy playing by itself. I mean, batteries act up. You know what I mean? They start to drain and then they work, and it like turns on. So I mean, I would say for his situation, I would see how because he's got 2 cats. So then I would see how the cats react, because cats are really good at or just pets in general. You know what I mean? Of just people in general. Like if somebody comes to your house, and you see how your pets react to them, or dog. And then obviously if you live alone too. If you have your animals, you're in a new place, and then the way they react to, they start, growling and hissing. Because when he passed by the cat was just playful. You know what I mean? So they didn't really freak out or anything.
this window is on an enclosed balcony 12 feet off the ground. It would basically be impossible for anyone to climb up, walk by this window, and then just disappear by the time Joey rushed outside. Later that evening, Joey receives a motion notification from the nanny cam in his son's room. He checks the feed and is shocked
Okay,
by
this
what
is
he
more
finds.
convincing. Let me see.
If you look really closely,
The
the
mirror?
rocking chair starts to move. It's in the corner. You can see it's very slight. It's very slight.
You can
But
barely
you can
see
the
it
shadow
though.
Kind of moving. It's rocking. On its own. There's no one there. Everyone is at my mom's house right now. Everyone's at my mom's house. And then the wipes fly off the dresser.
Okay, that's more convincing. That's way more convincing now.
The camper falls over. Like, what is going on? No one's there.
7:10
What is
PM.
happening?
A rocking chair sitting in the corner of his son's bedroom begins to rock back and forth by itself, almost as if someone is sitting in it. Then some baby wipes fly off the dresser and a hamper falls over onto the floor.
Yeah, that's convincing now.
Joey says that the family has already made plans to move to another apartment, and until then, they will be staying at his mother's house. Scary videos. Jason Barber from Salisbury, North Carolina comes home from work and he gets the unexpected scare of a lifetime.
Oh, come on! So many. Okay, after the whole butt wipes falling down and the trash can, that was more convincing. Oh shit! Oh fuck! That is the second time I've seen a video like that.
A big angry snake is hiding around the edges of Jason's front door and lunges out in an attempt to bite him. Luckily for Jason, the bite was a miss and the snake is actually a non-poisonous black rat snake. But
you got
something
them
to be
here.
learned from this. If you walk up and your cat is just staring at the door and meowing for no reason, maybe take a closer look before you
shit.
just head in.
The cat's warning him!
In another clip, a man and woman have a similar scary encounter.
Look at the cat, or that dog.
The couple pulls out an old step stool and is shocked to find a large snake hiding under a box right in front of it. They make a run for it with their puppy following close behind. But the puppy is not gonna let the snake have his toy. So he just runs back in and yoinks it away. Snake or not, nothing is getting his favorite toy.
That's funny.
Game changer. Nuke's Top 5 viewer Christopher Duncan emailed us some creepy CCTV footage captured at a small church in rural Mississippi. The CCTV camera is recording the playroom of the church's, quote, youth group when something happens that no one at the church can explain.
To the move. Oh wow.
John, are you watching this thing? It's not moving. No. Oh. Watch. Watch, John. Watch.
Better, so bad.
Nobody listens to me. There's ghosts in here. Nobody listens to me.
Watch it.
They thought they go crazy and break.
Oh!
It's still moving! It's still moving! Oh, it's still moving!
That's crazy. And the kids don't seem to like. All those kids don't seem to notice.
A pool stick on the floor of the church playroom
Wow.
can be seen rolling around,
And it broke
shaking,
too. You
and
hear it.
vibrating all on its own before it just snaps right in half. Chris says that the kids in the room were so busy and loud
Yeah.
that they didn't even notice the creepy event. But after playtime, church officials found the broken pool stick on the floor and went back to check the CCTV footage to find out just who did it.
Nobody.
They were pretty shocked to see that the pool stick seemed to just break on its own. Chris says the church is known to be haunted and that there have been many other incidents of paranormal activity over the last 20 years.
Yeah, I
So
think
could
it's
this be the work of an angry spirit or an aggressive entity? And why at a church? Let me know what you think.
ooh, that's
Strange
crazy. Nobody
noises
noticed it.
From the toilet. This next video was posted to the Nuke's Top 5 subreddit, and I really appreciate all my subreddit followers, so I'm just gonna repeat what someone on there wrote that I should say about this video.
A
Reddit
toilet.
user Minato caught something really odd on his home camera while pooping.
Oh, pooping.
So user Minato is actually a guy named Dustin, and he apparently has an extensive collection of bongs. But never mind that. Let's just analyze what Dustin heard while
Pooping?
dropping the kids off at the pool.
Hello?
A soft female voice can be heard calling out, "Dustin?"
Hello?
Now Dustin is home alone, but he says the voice was so clear that he thought a stranger was standing right outside his bathroom door.
Oh wow.
Even creepier, Dustin's two dogs seem to be anxiously looking around the living room. almost as if they can see something that we can't. So did Dustin capture, quote, something really odd on his home camera while pooping? And just how many bongs does one fellow need? Dustin, you can answer these questions and more down in the
That's creepy. I
comments.
think once everyone's heard their name when they're alone. I know I have.
Melville Cemetery. A new stop-by viewer and YouTuber who goes by the name Wishy reached out to us about a live stream from the allegedly haunted Melville Cemetery in Melville, New York. Wishy says that his friend Brian went out to broadcast a Ouija board session live
Why
from the
would you do
Melville
that?
Cemetery while his friends watched and talked to him on this.
A Ouija board? No. Why would you do that? You're just asking for trouble. It always freaks me out. Like when I'm stalking the Pepsi, you know, I'll be at Target, Walmart, whatever, and I'll be passing by the board games, and you'll see the Ouija board right there, and they're like $20. But it's just like, has a Ouija board ever not worked? You know what I mean? If you use it properly, you're gonna get negative energy or spirits or whatnot. So like this person is at the cemetery with the Ouija board? Yeah. I wouldn't do that. No way. That's just asking for trouble. Damn. Some people are brave.
Discord. Now, the Melville Cemetery is located on Sweet Hollow Road, a road that has many tragic and ghostly legends attached to it. One such legend is that a school bus driver lost control and drove off the bridge crossing Sweet Hollow Road. All of the school children on the bus met a tragic fate. Another legend says that 3 boys took their own lives by hanging themselves from that very same Sweet Hollow Bridge. So it goes without saying that Sweet Hollow Road and the cemetery are said to be extremely haunted. Brian is on a Discord call with his friends, who you'll hear in the background, and he is streaming live as he decides to do a Ouija board session just outside the gate of the Melville Cemetery.
And he's by himself?
Things start to go wrong.
He's still by himself.
And what
Though.
happens next is truly terrifying.
Bro, that's moving. Yo, oh my god, look up.
Why is it going to no?
Oh, the light's moving.
It said no.
It said no.
Oh,
You're like, yo, the camera's moving.
yeah, the camera's moving.
The camera's moving.
Bro, I'm leaving. Yo, I'm leaving. Was it you that moved the camera?
If he's by himself, there's nobody else there.
Bro, the fucking car is going off, bro.
What? Yeah, I think that's telling you to go. There's like warning after warning.
Bro.
Understandably, Brian is a little freaked out, but he manages to stay calm, reposition his camera, and continue his live stream.
No.
Are there any spirits here that would like to talk to me?
Yeah, there's tons.
Bro, I didn't even ask it.
That's insane, dude.
Okay, it's like, why did I hear it again?
The Discord, jump on, okay? That's insane.
Yes.
Just go, I would go.
Bro.
I would just leave after that.
I left the keys over. I'm panicking, bro. Where the f are the keys?
I thought he took the keys
Brian
with him.
is a little freaked out, but his friends keep telling him that he needs to go and say goodbye using the Ouija board.
Oh,
You
yeah.
see,
If you start I know, I heard that if you start a Ouija board session, and if you don't say goodbye, then you're like leaving the portal open So then anything obviously can come through. So you have to close it by saying goodbye, even if you're like scared, like he is. So that's good that his friends told him, make sure you close it off properly by saying goodbye. That's crazy.
In the paranormal community, not signing off by saying goodbye at the end of a session is considered to be a horrible mistake and is said to invite the contacted spirit to remain attached to the Ouija board user.
Ooh.
So, Brian goes back. And this is when shit goes sideways.
I took the lights and everything. Bro.
What, the lights gone? Oh shit!
Oh my f***ing god.
Boy, he's got it. He drops his phone too.
The board went in.
Oh man.
Yeah, they get bro. Oh my god, I saw that. We caught those cameras.
How many, bro?
He's got to close it properly though. That's what's crazy. Oh my gosh.
The Ouija board suddenly slides across the pavement to the other side of the locked gate, right into Melville Cemetery. Brian starts to leave, but after everything that has happened, he again begins to worry that he didn't say goodbye
Exactly.
after using the Ouija board. So, Brian goes back again. He plans to jump the fence
And say goodbye.
retrieve the board.
Oh.
I'm jumping the fence, bro. I'm jumping the fence. Bro.
This guy's brave.
Bro, Chris. Chris, look at the screen.
Oh my god, bro.
There's a big fire in there.
Oh
There's a
shit.
fire.
Get out of it, run. Run. Get out of there, I'm not gonna get out of it.
Bro.
Where's the Ouija board?
A fire can be seen burning on the road inside the cemetery. Even though his friends advise him to just leave, Brian once again feels that he should definitely try to retrieve that board to say goodbye.
It's in. You didn't see it?
No.
Bro, you had to be some. No, I wasn't on my phone. I was looking at it.
Wait, the fire's gone. The fire's gone. The fire's gone.
Bro, I'm jumping. I'm jumping.
Wow.
Bro, it's literally graves. No, it's not.
Did he jump the fence?
Bro, I see it.
Oh, he did jump it. Wow,
There's the board.
it was burning.
It's the board and the planchette.
That's what was burning.
Oh my god.
Goodbye.
Bro, I'm not touching it.
He just touched it.
Say goodbye. Don't say goodbye.
The board is fine. Oh, sorry, I don't know the board. That was the board. That was the f***ing board.
Wow.
So do I just say goodbye?
Oh my god. Oh my god, bro.
Goodbye.
Say goodbye, just say goodbye. Drag it and say goodbye.
He did say it.
Brian is finally able to say goodbye on the Ouija board.
I'll just leave it.
He just gets out of there. But is it real? Or is it all just a very elaborate live stream hoax? I leave that up to you to decide. You can see even more of this scary live Ouija board session over on the YouTube channel. I'm Wishy. Drawn out.
I don't know. That was
Tattoo
like,
artist Liz Cruz is working on a customer's
that was like a lot of things that happened in that one video to be like edited out. You know what I mean? That means they would have to edit the Ouija board going through the cemetery. They'd have to activate the car alarm, which they can do. They would have to have another person move the camera, which they can do. And then they would have to him drive away and somebody grab the Ouija board, run, put it down, and start a fire. I mean, technically, yes, somebody can do it if they want to, like, go viral. But, like, it's just too much. Like, it's, I don't know. That's one thing I wouldn't mess with is a Ouija board. You know what I mean? Because then that means somebody would have to burn a Ouija board. And technically, they're like fireproof. I mean, that one burnt, but it was still usable. But he wasn't freaking out as much as I thought he would. The person, I know, I would freak out. Like I would. It's crazy. But people act different though. That's the thing though. Some people are like, "Oh man, that was so scary," but their emotions, they're more like, they're not like panicking. Oh no. I believe it. I believe that one was pretty. Although, yeah, it could be all staged.
Tattoo in her home studio in Erie, Pennsylvania. Things suddenly take a very disturbing turn.
I'm just, like, adjusting the wheel a little bit, and we'll let that extended driver come so we don't sit on them off. There's a black. Just that hard reading. Definitely. I think that would look really cute, but especially, like, if I, like, blend it in, I'm gonna blend it in place. What's wrong? That's the table just moved. What the f*** is the table just moved? It just f***ing moved. In the name of Jesus, leave us the f*** alone! What are you doing? I swear to God. Hell no!
The table with Liz's tattoo supplies suddenly rolls away from her all by itself. Liz and her customer are a bit freaked out, but try to remain calm. But then a chair lurches out from a table nearby, and the two have had about enough. They get up and just make a run for it. Tattoo artist Liz says that she has no idea what happened to them that day, but she believes that they might have experienced something, quote, far beyond the ordinary. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and even TikTok. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you.
I guess, I mean, that was alright. I guess they don't do it by like the scariest. Because number one was just like, oh, okay. I think the one with the cemetery was a lot more scarier. Okay, that's gotta be fake. What was the other? They're okay, but the one I guess the cemetery one was pretty crazy.
Dale, a nurse working at a hospital, decides to go inside a room where many doctors and nurses are afraid to be in. The room in question is located on a floor that, according to rumors, is haunted. It isn't known if the rumors are true, but apparently, after what was captured, it may be the case that something truly strange is happening on this floor. On March 9th of 2021, a nurse known as Shanae Richardson pays a visit to the floor in question. On this floor, there's a hidden room that for some reason is blocked off from access. So, one night, Shanae decides to enter this room. She had gained access by asking a custodian to open it for her, but little did she know, this was a bad idea. The following is her video. Watch.
So everybody wants to see what's behind the door, so I'm back and I'm going to show you what's finally behind this door, okay?
Do not remove
this is
save.
everything that's wrote on the door.
Do not remove save.
Behind this door in this hospital, and it's been unlocked, so I'm going to go inside. Let's go.
It happens quickly, but in case you missed it, here it is again.
Oh, she's like a face. Oh.
It now makes sense as to why Shanae had suddenly shut the door. Out of instinct, she backed away upon seeing what looks like a face staring at Shanae from a distance. Its disembodied head seemingly stays in place without moving an inch, or at least it seems like that, because apparently viewers claim that the head can be seen moving for just a bit.
Yeah, it moves
she
a little
wasn't
bit.
exactly sure what she'd seen, but whatever it was, it prompted a sudden urge within her to leave the space immediately. It was only after watching the video that she saw what it was. Not much else is known about this incident or what occurred afterwards. But until there's an update, this incident remains a mystery. On July 28th of 2024, a certain video was shared among many residents of a town where something quite peculiar had taken place. It happened right outside someone's house at around 7 p.m. Those who live here had thankfully caught the event on camera via surveillance footage, but the video itself is just part of the reason why neighbors are concerned. Whatever happened here had sent someone to the hospital. It was immediately after knowing this that residents of this neighborhood became terrified. The following is what was captured. Watch.
Whoa. That's insane.
It was immediately after being knocked out by something that two people, presumably friends or relatives, come over to assist the man. Accompanying them is a dog that for some reason heads over to the spot where the object had seemingly flown from. It isn't clear why the dog had gone there first, but viewers think that maybe it was seeing something no one else could. Although quite strange, it's what occurred before that's most baffling.
That's crazy. They always say too that animals can see that we can't see. You know, they have a more sense, and they can see, you know, things like that. Cats, dogs, especially animals just in general, but obviously everyone has cats and dogs, so that's crazy. I've already seen this video, so that's the reason my reaction's like, oh, okay, I've already seen this. Okay, I think this is the latest one. I haven't seen this one because this was 17 hours ago.
Hey!
I need some water. Give me some water. Okay, this is number 8, so it's... I haven't seen this one, so...
Following video, two friends are goofing off inside an indoor playground at a time when no one else is around.
Shot me 3 times. Where'd you go?
It's late at night, and the restaurant where the kids' play area is located isn't being occupied by children. So, with not much else to do, both friends rush over to the restaurant's playground to have some fun. However, it would be during this playful moment that something pretty creepy is caught on camera.
What?
The following is what they caught.
It's there to see a face. Somebody's gonna be there. A face.
Jesus. Okay, this is my POV. Enjoy. This is really hard. I feel too big to do this. Yeah. Wait, where'd you go, left or right? Which way do I go? I feel like I'm in Alice in Wonderland. Because she went that way. Freaky. Yours is brighter, mine's all dark.
That hurt a baby.
You guys, I can't do this. I feel like I keep bonking my head too. That's crazy. I was like, I'm truly happy. This is literally for human hamsters.
Did you hear like a little kid whisper? Oh my god. That's what I heard.
Oh my god, someone bashed in this window. I feel like this is
Neither friend had realized what was caught until much later, and the one recording this didn't hear anything while taking the video. The only voice heard was her friend's, who was somewhere far off in the jungle gym. The other voice was completely missed, but not by the camera's mic, as apparently a child's voice is captured.
I heard it.
Yours is brighter, mine's all dark.
It isn't clear as to what's being said or whispered, but it sounds like the babbling noise you'd hear from a young child. For this reason, viewers think that this might have been the ghost of a child who hasn't left the playground. If that's the case, then who knows what else happens at night when no one else is around. While it isn't exactly certain what was caught, both friends were creeped out by this clip. But unfortunately, like most videos, this one remains a mystery. Inside an airplane is an employee who's recording a video showing what he does in a typical workday.
Cool.
As part of a cleaning crew, his main job is to clean planes that have just landed. This is something that he often does at night, especially with planes that are big enough to hold the most trash. But one night, he decides to do something different. Rather than leaving the plane that he just cleaned, he stays behind. Usually, a cabin cleaner moves on to clean the next aircraft, but seeing that his work was done and that no passengers would board the plane for a while, he stays. Purely for the fun of it, he does this. But this experience was anything but fun, because as he hides in the back of the plane, this happens.
You can see something. I don't see anything. What? I don't see nothing. Nice.
Let's go. No, I know I'm not dumb enough to lift those shades up because I got my flash on here.
Oh yeah, they'll like
Don't
see
catch
it.
my ass if they see.
Reminds me of that game that I was playing with the train.
Well, that y'all, it's mad cold in here. And it's dark. I mean, I know it doesn't look that dark on the camera.
Wait a
It's
second.
dark.
Was there a shadow right there? Oh, never mind.
Let's go! Let's go!
You should.
Right, sitting on the back of the plane. And y'all probably think I'm insane. Probably think I'm doing this for fame.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh shit! It's like they all buckle themselves.
Probably think I'm doing it for fame.
Caught off guard, he walks over to see if anyone's there, but to his shock, the space is completely empty. Somehow, the seatbelt flings out towards the aisle in a sudden motion, without there being someone on the seat. It seemingly throws itself, as if unbuckled by a passenger who's eager to get off the plane.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever it was that just happened scared the living daylights out of him, so much so that he scurries back to his hiding spot in the back of the plane. Hours pass, and he gets off the plane after personnel finds him inside.
Did you say hours passed? Are you serious? So he got so scared that he ran back to that spot and just stood there for hours? Really? I would have got the fuck out of the plane. I'd have been like, nope, I'm out. Why would you do that? Why would you go back and trap yourself? Or did I not hear that correctly? Let me rewind it.
Flings out towards the aisle in a sudden motion without there being someone on the seat. It seemingly throws itself as if unbuckled by a passenger who's eager to get off the plane. Whatever it was that just happened scared the living daylights out of him, so much so that he scurries back to his hiding spot in the back of the plane. Hours pass, and he gets off the plane after personnel finds him inside. All in all, this experience has left him so rattled that he continues to share updates talking about this incident and mentioning how he should have stayed out of this plane. It goes without saying, but this incident has spooked him beyond belief.
Dang, so he did stay there. He ran back and he got so scared that he ran to the back of the plane, and he couldn't get past the ghost or whatever it was to exit the front of the plane. Wow, so he like trapped himself and just stood there until like his coworkers or supervisor got him. That's insane. I would have just bolted. Yeah, it definitely was somebody unbuckling themselves, and you know how and the captain said, "Okay, you guys can take your belts off." That's crazy. And then that one plane now he's gonna know that he's gonna recognize that plane all the time. So every time I have to clean that plane, he's gonna probably be like, "Nah, I'm not cleaning that plane. I'll clean the next one, not that one." That one's pretty good.
Yo, those are nice. Hold on 1 second.
On August 27th of 2024, a store manager watches footage of something that happened earlier while sounding pretty nervous. He immediately ran to his computer to pull up the video and save it, just in case no one believes him. Something happened as he was unpacking boxes, and he knows that he caught it on camera. In fact, many things happen in this footage, but it's what happens towards the end of the video that terrifies him greatly. Ever since then, he's been watching his back, hoping that it doesn't happen again.
What? Something false?
Is the store manager's footage. Watch.
What?
Single night. Just putting things away from the box. All right, now watch.
What?
I want you guys to focus on this area right here.
Okay.
Okay? Hold on, let me speed this up a bit.
They haven't got the first clue on how to use it.
All right, watch.
You have the doctrine right.
I'm watching.
And you stow it on a shelf in your closet, and do not pull that doctrine out.
Boom, you see that?
Okay.
What good does that
We'll get back here for you guys to give you a better view.
Okay,
Look at
box
that.
fell. I mean,
And I'm just like tripping, like, what?
boxes fall. Now, if a bunch of boxes fall.
Okay, but pay attention to this area right here.
I've never met. I can grant that they've checked
Watch.
the shelf that could teach justification correctly. But so what? It's not what I asked you.
Is that you? Look, I'm here by myself. Nobody's here. It's just me. See that?
What? What did I miss? I don't get it.
Come out.
Was there somebody there?
I'm not afraid of you. Is that you? That threw down the box earlier?
Don't taunt it. Or don't challenge it. Yeah, I wouldn't want to see any mannequins. That'd freak me out.
Come on out.
Don't fucking say that.
You don't scare me.
Hey, if you're by yourself, I'd be scared. Which he is.
Come on out, puppy.
Oh, he's taunting it. It's gonna get him. To scare him.
Always trying to mess with me. Oh!
What? What?
Oh shit!
What? Did something touch him? I don't see anything. The little troll on the computer.
No.
What happened?
Hell no. No. Let me see. Where am I? I'm here. Where am I going?
Oh, okay, there he is.
I am right there.
Okay.
You see that?
Oh!
You see that?
Yeah, the hair. His hair moved. Like they fucked with him.
Nah.
Oh man. Oh!
Nah.
Screw that. Nope.
As if the store manager wasn't already
I
spooked.
mean, now that is kind of scary. That's scary. That. Because at first the box, I was like, okay, things fall. You know what I mean? So it wasn't scary. But then his hair literally moving. Like somebody pulled his hair. Yeah. And why do you taunt it? You know what I mean? Why do you challenge it? Obviously, that's why he did that. He was challenging it. Crazy. And why is he buying? Well, I think he's security. Oh no, I think he said he was a manager. But I was like, oh man, I'd hate it. I mean, obviously I work nights, but I'm just saying, like, I work with other people. So like, imagine being in a building by yourself and it's just you. Like, damn. Like, that's scary. I mean, being in a small place, I guess it's different, but a big place, because that's a pretty big place. That's crazy. Yeah. You don't ever want to challenge it.
Happens. Recorded by the camera pointing at the side entrance of the store is this. The manager's hair lifting on its own. Or better put, getting tugged by something unseen.
Yeah.
It's the sudden yank on his hair that sends him running in a panic frenzy, making him think that someone was messing with him. But upon watching the security footage of this incident, he sees that no one was behind him. If no one was there, then whose forceful pull did he feel?
A ghost.
While some viewers believe that this might have been the ghost he was calling out, others don't know what to think. To the manager, however, he knows exactly what this was and believes it's the same entity that's been messing with his store. But of course, I'll let you come up with your own conclusions.
Yeah.
Was a ghost caught on camera?
Yep.
Or had something else happened to explain this incident?
And he's the manager too, so
Let
he
me know what
can't
you
quit.
think
You
down
know what I
below.
mean? Damn. Fuck it. If I was a manager, and I couldn't quit, or I didn't want to quit, I would just keep getting videos. You know what I mean? Keep getting videos. And they're pretty interesting. That's always these weird.
Now this next video was submitted to me by Alicia B.
Fuel
who recorded
level
something
low.
that's left her pretty
37 miles
spooked.
to what?
The whole
Low.
incident took place at around 11 p.m. as Alicia recorded from inside her car. She was picking up her boyfriend from work like she usually does.
Okay.
Only this time, something catches her attention, prompting her to film this moment. In the distance is a motel like any other motor lodge. It's a basic motel with not much activity going on, or at least it seems like that. Because as Alicia looks closely, she sees this.
Bro, focus. That's it, right? Wow. What the? Bro.
They're messing with the blinds. They're messing with the blinds. Oh.
Having no clue as to what she was seeing, Alicia couldn't help but gasp. It was obvious that her eyes weren't playing tricks on her after seeing it more than once. A dark silhouette continuously appears and disappears as if flickering out of existence. This shadow, or whatever this might have been, just flashes momentarily before the video ends. Understandably, Alicia sends this footage in the hopes of getting an answer to her question. Just what exactly was caught on camera?
You could be more of a
Whether ghost or
glitch.
not, a definitive answer has yet to be given.
Or somebody messing with the blinds. Like a little kid, you know what I mean? Messing with the blinds, just being silly.
On the night of September 26th of 2022, a family is enjoying the...
That's a lot of crosses. Just saying. That's the
They're
first thing I
inside their
noticed.
home when out of nowhere they find themselves immersed in a very peculiar incident. At approximately 9 p.m., Renee Salcido and her family had stopped what they were doing after being alerted by a noise coming from the front door. They weren't expecting any visitors, so naturally they were startled. But nevertheless, they were cautious from that moment on, and rightfully so, because apparently the noise they heard was actually from a set of bells that were dangling on their doorknob. The fact that they went off meant that someone had grabbed the handle. Freaked out, Renee shows the exact moment they're heard on camera.
But that could be the wind.
It's the footage from outside that's left Renee and her family completely shook. The bells can be heard rattling against the door, but strangely, no one is seen grabbing the handle where the bells are placed. It's audible enough to know that something shook the bells, but the question is, what exactly shook them? Or better said, what had gripped the doorknob? Only after realizing why the bells went off does this video get creepier, as the family believes something had tried to get inside, and it seems that whatever it was really wanted to get in. But the bells, according to viewers, had successfully done their job. There's a reason why some people hang bells on their doorknob, and it's not because they add style, but rather help in warding off negative energy. They're known as witch bells, and Renee's family is glad to have bought them.
Wait, witch bells?
But of course, whether or not... But the bells, according to viewers, had successfully done their job. There's a reason why some people hang bells on their doorknob, and it's not because they add style, but rather help in warding off negative energy. They're known as witch bells, and Renee...
Witch bells. There's a office where I work, obviously, and they have bells on the door, and I never noticed that. But now I know. Now I know now because of this. Yeah, I thought they just put bells, just to, like, when somebody comes in, you could hear somebody's coming in. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. So it's supposed to, like, ward off negative energy, and they're known as witch bells. Interesting. But then another thing too is that you could, if they're outside, right? The wind could also make them jingle. So, but if their purpose is to ward off bad energy, I mean, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, I've always wondered why there's bells at this one office at work. At first I thought I was like, oh, because of holidays. Then I was like, wait, they have them year round. Like, they never take the bells off the door. Now I know why. Interesting.
Renee's family is glad to have bought them. But of course, whether or not this had anything to do with what occurred is up to you to decide. So then, had something come by to visit the family, or could something else explain what occurred? Now, the following video was suggested by Jose H., who writes that this video was captured by a man inside a building that was next to a fire. The man recording this had already called the fire department to put out the flames. So, as he waits, he records this video. But he wasn't just filming to get the fire on camera, but rather to record something else. At first, he didn't notice it, but after taking a closer look, he sees it.
A face?
This is what he saw.
A face? Somebody's in there, right? I can't read that. What's it say? It's a face! It's a body! You can see the head and the shoulders. It's like looking at him. It's a person! And it goes down.
The figure of a person is seen standing at the window. They stand completely still while seemingly facing the outside, as if watching the man recording this. Despite there being a fire in this building, the person remains unfazed, assuming that it's a person though. Given the context of this footage, it seems likely to viewers that this was something else. Whether ghost or not, its lack of movement until the very end is unsettling enough. So then, the question is begged, just who or what was inside this building?
Yeah, it kind of looks like a glitch though, like an edit, because the way the thing goes down. You know what I mean? Because usually when there's videos of things in a room or anywhere, they usually like go by the window like super fast. This one seemed like it was more of an edit. Yeah. Interesting though.
DK Oldies, we get...
They're expensive, DK Oldies. I would never buy from them. You're better buying it going on eBay and just...
On a random Tuesday night, a young
buying
child
them
happily
there.
plays inside their crib, even though it's well past their bedtime. As minutes pass, they continue to stay awake, before all of a sudden, standing up and looking straight ahead. It isn't clear as to what it is that they're seeing, but after watching what happens only seconds
Doors
later,
are open.
it becomes clear that something truly strange was going on.
Doors are open.
As the mother of the child is in the kitchen, this is captured.
Five times speed. I'm guessing the doors are open. That's my guess. Hey, I was right!
You don't have to listen closely to hear that a voice was caught on camera. It appears that the boy had heard it too, but unlike him, one can immediately tell that something isn't right with this voice. According to the mother, it sounds anything but human. Although it's yet to be known what this was, there's no denying that the voice is unsettling, and it's even more so when listening closely to what it's saying.
What'd it say?
It isn't clear, but it kinda sounds like it's saying,
What?
"Let me in."
Oh.
If that's so, then the bedroom door opening on its own becomes a whole lot creepier. Like most videos, not much info is given on this one, but with or without it, the video by itself suffices. What was captured is terrifying on its own.
Screw that.
In this last video, a man living in a small cottage suddenly starts recording after hearing noises coming from his attic. He's been gathering evidence of these odd sounds that are often heard at night.
I remember growing up when I was little. Obviously, we lived in a big old house. In my bedroom, I don't know how, or I don't know how, but I don't know why. But the opening to the attic in our house was in my closet, in my room. Yeah. And then I think there's another opening for the attic in the garage as well. But that's just creepy. I never went in the attic. I think I went in the attic one time. One time. It wasn't very big. But ever then, it was just like that square. And I would always like, my mom had like a clown that she had. I don't know where she got it from. This was during like the 80s. You know, and obviously I already saw the movie Poltergeist. You know that clown that drags the kid, the little boy, drags him underneath the bed. Yeah, ever since I saw that scene, and then my mom had that clown. Oh man, but that clown had to stay in my room, and I would always throw it in the closet on the highest shelf, and it scared me. It wasn't like a creepy. It wasn't like a creepy clown, like a jester clown, or like a. It was just a kind of stuffed animal clown, but still. Well, obviously, because Poltergeist is what that clown scene scared me. So, but the attic is where like I would put the clown. in the closet, but I just noticed that. That's why that brought it back into my head. Crazy.
From noises like thumps and creaks, he's been hearing all sorts of things, all of which emanate from his attic. Initially, he thought the noises were just part of the house, given that it's old. But one night, as he checks the space like he always does, this happens.
Thumping. Looks like something's moving up there. Something's knocking. Oh! Those fucking closets! They're the ones that you pull. They have a doorknob in the middle. Those closets right there, and you pull them. And they're like bent like that. I hate those closets. Because that's the kind of closet we had. I hate those closets. Because they would never close properly. So they would always leave like a little crack. Damn. I hate those closets. Go, check it out, Hey, this is clean. It's nice and clean up there. I see a head. Oh shit, fuck that.
Out of nowhere, a piece of furniture flips on its own, scaring the living daylights out of him. Understandably, the man drops everything, including his phone, and runs for it. Clearly, he was freaked out by whatever just happened. To this day, he stays at a friend's, where both he and his friend continue talking about this incident. They both agree that something haunts the attic, if not the whole house. But thankfully, it was all caught on camera. So then, just what exactly had been inside the attic? Let me know your thoughts on this one.
Whatever it is, they could stay in there.
Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Also, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe and make sure to hit the bell icon so you don't miss any uploads in the future. Also be sure to check out the official TikTok account for this channel.
I like this channel.
That being said, until next time.
Let's look at some more videos. I've watched pretty much all his videos. But let me see, maybe there's one that I haven't seen. There's got to be one that I haven't seen. When you see it, don't watch alone. 2 years. I think wait, I don't think I've seen this one. Yeah, let's watch this one. Let me turn the light off, make it even more spooky. Is that better? Okay.
By Rochelle G, who had caught something disturbing while exploring an abandoned house.
I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to go urban exploring. I've always wanted to try it. Obviously not by myself. Fuck no. But like with a group of friends or something. Obviously somebody that's done it before. I've always wanted to do that.
To belong to a happily wed couple who were known as the Evinrudes. But then one night, something very tragic happened to the couple. Mr. and Mrs. Evinrude were relaxing at home when out of nowhere, an intruder breaks in and kills them both.
No.
The couple's family was devastated upon hearing about this. They decided to not sell the house out of respect for the couple. But after a while, they decided to rent out the property. However, renters complained of strange occurrences, some of which are just creepy. From drastic temperature changes, to seeing shadow-like figures standing outside their window, renters had enough reason to leave the place. The house has been abandoned ever since. That is until Rochelle goes inside and begins to record. She hopes to capture...
Wait, was that a spider web? Yeah. That's a spider web. Is it just like a fence, a style of a fence that people can buy and they throw it over? Or is that an actual spider? That's not an actual spider web. That's a big ass fucking spider web. I've never seen that before. Interesting. I mean, I've seen spider webs before, obviously. Interesting. Or is that just like a Halloween decoration that never got taken down?
That is until Rochelle goes inside and begins to record.
Wait.
She hopes to capture footage.
Did they say they rent it out? That thing's like... It's destroyed. I don't get it. Because they did say people... Oh, they said that they would rent it out. And then people won't have complaints and then... Right? Let me go back.
Changes to seeing but after a while, they decided to rent out the property. However, renters complained of strange occurrences, some of which are just creepy. From drastic temperature changes to seeing shadow-like figures standing outside their window, renters had enough reason to leave the place.
Okay, so then they could rent it out.
The house has been abandoned ever since.
Okay.
That is until Rochelle goes inside and begins to record. She hopes to capture footage of the strange occurrences reported by tenants. But little does she know that something very unsettling would be caught on camera.
A bum.
This is what she caught.
A squatter. A raccoon. She's brave. I would not go by myself. Nope. No, no, no. Oh yeah, you don't want to breathe that shit in. She's brave. The fuck's that, a washing machine? Oh no. The whole place just needs to be... They need to just sell it. Oh! Area where Miss Evinrude died. Oh, that's sad. See, that's what anger... Not to change the subject, but that's what angers me. It's like an old couple living out their lives. They're in their golden years. And then somebody just intrudes, invades, and then just murders them. I hope they caught the bastard. And he's like life in prison or dead. That's so sad. I'm getting uncomfortable here.
Rochelle continues to explore, but something downright creepy is caught on camera without her noticing.
What?
Be sure to pay close attention, or you'll miss it.
I am a shadow person. A face. Oh! Oh shit! I caught it. It was like a hand or some shit. Oh man. Replay. Oh, it was a hand! That's a big ass fucking hand! Oh man.
As Rochelle pans the camera to the door, a silhouette of what appears to be a hand can be seen in the corner. It is only seen for about a second before quickly disappearing behind the doorway. Rochelle walks over to where the hand was spotted, but when she gets there, the space is empty. Now that's creepy. Now what's even more unsettling about this is the fact that the hand appears at the spot where Miss Evinrude had been found dead. Could it be that Miss Evinrude's apparition was caught on camera, or was something else caught instead? Perhaps this might have been a squatter who was spying on Rochelle, but given that the space where they were seen is cornered with no exit, it isn't certain as to what exactly was captured. One thing's for sure though, Rochelle doesn't plan on coming back to this place, as what was seen on footage has left her spooked.
Just by that time, just sell the house, cut your losses, and then just get it, destroyed. Because look at the house; it was completely wrecked. You know what I mean? It was moldy. Everything was broken down. Like, what's the purpose of having? I mean, obviously, there was a tragedy there, but just like sell it, so that way whoever buys it, they could break it down and, that's what they need to do.
Amazing. Got Gabriella to the school day.
This next video was posted on YouTube in 2010.
Oh, this is an old one.
However, the channel in which the video was uploaded has been deleted for unknown reasons. The video shows footage of an 8mm.
This is an old video, and it shows like somebody in the background watching them. And then when they replay the video, the people are like, "Oh, there's nobody there." If my memory serves me right, there's like a person in the background.
Or film. Now, at first glance, the footage appears to be normal, but there's actually something very odd about this clip. The person who uploaded the video states that his dad had found this footage in his garage. His father states that his dad had shot this video at a secluded forest during a family trip. It was shot 40 years ago, and it was just recently that he noticed something strange in the footage. According to him, an old lady appears in the background.
Never mind.
Yet, he is certain that no one was there at the time of this recording. After all, the video was taken in a secluded forest with no one else around. Take a look at this clip and see what you think.
Where's the lady? Where? Oh, there she is! Ooh, clear as day. Right? There. Just watch it. And look at the style. Look at her style. It's like a different time period. Oh man. This is 40 years ago. 40 years ago. Damn.
In the background, there appears to be someone standing not too far from the family. They seem to be observing the family while standing completely still, which makes them come off even more creepy.
Yep.
Because of this, the father thinks that a ghost was caught on camera instead of a person. But of course, it's not certain if that's the case. Until we know what exactly was caught on camera, the footage remains a mystery.
Looks like a woman.
Had a ghost been caught on tape? Or was something else caught instead?
Like she has her arms crossed and she's just watching them. Ooh.
The following video doesn't have much info, but like with most videos, this one speaks for itself.
Okay.
The video starts off with two employees who appear to be working late at night. One of them, who's named Curtis, states that the building at which they work is haunted. Lots of strange occurrences have taken place inside this building, but it's the second floor where most activity occurs.
Ooh.
As Curtis talks to his coworker, a strange noise is heard on the second floor. Knowing that one of them would eventually have to check out the noise, Curtis volunteers to go upstairs. But as soon as he arrives, he seems to regret the fact that he chose to go alone. It isn't clear why Curtis brought a camera with him.
Why
but
not?
It might be that he wanted to capture footage of something paranormal, considering that the building is said to be haunted. As Curtis walks around the floor, he captures this.
Whoa. Whoa. Something in the room. I saw nothing. That's... Oh, he scared me. That person scared me. I was so focused in the room, right? maybe there's like a shadow person in there. But then when it turned to him, I was like, oh shit. Oh man. Trying to scare him. Yeah, there was somebody standing there. Like a shadow person.
It appears that Curtis has caught someone or something hiding inside one of the rooms.
Yep.
It wasn't until later that he noticed the dark figure when looking back at the footage. What makes this even more creepy is that whatever this was had vanished before Curtis walked inside to check the room. Just like viewers, Curtis has no idea as to who or what this could have been. Now, this wasn't the only thing that was caught on camera. Curtis had caught something else without even noticing. Early in the video, as he passes by a door, there appears to be another figure hiding from Curtis. Could this have been the same figure from before? Or was it just a piece of furniture?
No,
it's unclear as to what this might have been, but because this place is believed to be haunted, it might be something else. But of course, feel free to share what you think.
It's more of
what exactly had Curtis caught on camera? If you caught some,
it's more like a silhouette. You know, you can see the head, like the torso, like the body, a shape of a person. So I don't. That's what I think. Like they're shadow people.
Think creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com. That being said, let's get back to the video. Maria Flores had posted the following video and states that the footage isn't hers, but rather someone else's. According to her, someone had sent her the video with very little information. Now, the video itself is pretty creepy. The person who sent it states that their sister-in-law was recording a video at a carnival in Africa. However, something very strange was caught on camera by the sister-in-law who shot this. It wasn't until later that she noticed what she had caught.
A crowd. Somebody's gonna be in the crowd.
Pay very close attention to this one,
what?
Or you'll miss it.
What? I missed it. I don't get it. I missed it. What? Oh shit! That could be kind of edited in though, because everyone's like the editing
in the background, among the crowd, a faint image of what appears to be an apparition is caught on camera. As you can imagine, the sister-in-law who shot this must have been left disturbed upon seeing this. But if there's one thing she's sure of, it's that this video still keeps her up at night.
I was too busy looking at the performer, thinking it was during their performance, and so I was like, oh, okay. So I totally missed it. Number 2.
The following video was shot by Sierra Rose, who had paid a visit to an abandoned asylum. According to her, there was an overwhelming sensation of sadness and dread that she and her boy...
Damn! A freaking asylum. I wouldn't be dressed like that. I'd have jeans, long sleeve. I'd have a mask, because you don't want to breathe in the moldy stuff. I'd have a backpack, first aid kit. You know, I'd have some stuff, you know what I mean? Not a lot of stuff, but some stuff. Just in case if shit hits the fan. You know what I mean? And I would have a weapon. You'd have to have a weapon. You don't know what's down there. It could be crazy bums. Yeah. In an asylum of all places. Oh man. They're brave. Crazy. I like watching videos like that where people go urban exploring. They're pretty cool. I used to watch that show, Scariest Places on Earth. It used to come on ABC Family back in the day, like the early 2000s. Creepy show. But anyways, let's get back.
Boyfriend felt while exploring the place. She also adds that they felt an intense energy surrounding them. The footage shot by Sierra might just prove that there was something there with them. This is what she caught.
Ooh! Oh shit! Did you see that in the window? Right there, right here. Look right there. Right there. There's gonna be something staring at them. Watch.
This is what she caught.
See? The head, the arm. Is that it?
On.
Right there, right. Oh, I guess not. Maybe I was wrong. Right there. I guess not. I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing shit.
Oh, I'm freaking out.
Yeah, but oh, never mind. That could be her shadow, though. You know what I mean? That could be her shadow. I don't know. What I saw in the beginning cannot be Sierra's shadow. She is not moving when it passes. Interesting.
A shadow-like apparition is seen moving on camera. The figure moves from left to right before quickly disappearing. Sierra believes that a ghost was caught on camera. Viewers think so too, but as with most videos, it's not certain if that's the case. As always, I leave it to you to come up with your own conclusion on this footage. Rewatch the clip and see what you think.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah. That could be right, but sometimes shadows light reflects, and it could bounce off, and you could have like two shadows. If that makes sense. So I don't know. I'm thinking like it's just a reflection, and it's like catching her shadow more than once, or maybe it's catching the boyfriend's shadow. Oh no. I mean, it's still scary. Just them being in an asylum is scary enough. Yeah. It always wows me when they do asylums and then they go down to the basement. That's like the last place you want, or like where they put the bodies, the morgue in the basement in the asylum, like down there, and oh man. And then when like whoever's doing the video, YouTuber or whatever, and then they split, oh man, no way. If I'm doing urban exploring with a group of people, we're not splitting up. I don't care. No. That's crazy. But an asylum? That's just asking for trouble.
The following image was submitted by Tulsa Polk, who writes, "A really good friend of mine had sent me this photo, but I kinda wish they hadn't, because I can't stop thinking about it.
Ooh.
The photo they sent me shows two friends who are posing in front of a camera.
Okay.
If you look really closely behind them,
There's a shadow
you will
behind
see
you.
the part of the picture that I can't stop thinking about.
It's gonna be a face. I've seen.
Here's the photo that was sent to Tulsa.
Oh! That looks like Chucky. It looks like The Exorcist.
As with most images,
That looks like it looks like The Exorcist. It's like The Exorcist. Dude, if that's legit, if this picture is legit, no editing whatsoever, and it's just them in the room, and then obviously the picture captures that, yeah. I'd be shitting bricks. That's crazy.
This one doesn't have much info, but it seems pretty obvious as to what's happening in the picture. However, I have no explanation for whatever this is. It's hard to make out what this is, but it seems that a bodiless head had been caught in the background. This might be due to pareidolia, but the more you look at it, the more it seems like an actual head. I don't know, but whatever this is, it's pretty creepy. If this isn't the stuff of nightmares, then I don't know what is.
It could be edited. It looks like The Exorcist, or like from a monster.
Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Until next.
Okay, let me see. What time is it? It's 2:53 p.m. Let me see. If I go to bed at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6 hours. I should be okay. 6 hours of sleep. I'm hoping this doesn't get me in trouble. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. Like I said, I've already watched most of these videos. Don't think I've seen this one.
I'm partnering with eBay Motors to get my
Last compilation, it seems that many people have been experiencing a strange phenomenon where a person hears their own voice calling them over.
What? Their own voice? Is that even possible? I've heard of hearing like a family member call you, like you hear your mom's voice or like your sister's voice, like a family member. I've heard that, but your own voice, I've never heard that. I know they said that if you're ever camping, you're out in the woods and you hear a family member call you, you're not supposed to call back, and you're not supposed to like go follow the voice, because it's like it could be anything. But in like urban legends, they say it could be like, especially if it's the woods in the forest, it could be like a Wendigo or like a skinwalker. So yeah, if I'm in the woods camping and I hear my name being called out and I'm by myself, fuck that shit. I'm gonna fucking stay in my tent, and as soon as this light out there, I'm fucking leaving. Previously, I heard my own voice calling me from the other room. What is that? That is crazy! Man, I've never heard of that. Of you hearing your own voice. Ooh. I don't hear nothing.
And similar to that clip, this next video remains unexplainable to most viewers.
I didn't hear nothing.
Mickey Cano is home alone when the following happens. Mickey writes, I hear my own voice calling...
Wait. What happened to the other one? I didn't hear nothing. Let me see. I mean, I was talking, but... Let me play it.
And similar to that clip, this next video remains unexplainable to most viewers. Mickey Cano is home alone when the following happens. Mickey writes, I hear my own voice calling me. This is what he caught on camera.
Boss?
¿Vos? ¿Esto era vos? Yo, ¿cómo yo la tengo, güey?
Mickey's own voice is coming from inside his bathroom.
Oh shit!
Yet, it isn't him who's speaking. It's believed that Mickey had encountered a skinwalker, which is a type of cryptid known for mimicking...
See what I mean? I told you! I told you it's Skinwalker or Wendigo. Or a sheep, or did I say shapeshifter? I didn't say Skinwalker. Whatever, same shit. But yeah, they're not supposed to like answer. But the thing is, it's usually you hear like the Wendigo, Skinwalker, all that like in the woods. You know what I mean? When you're camping, when you're hiking, that's when you hear those. But this one's in his bathroom. That's crazy. Because usually they say if you know you're in the woods or by yourself, you're by yourself, and you hear a family member's voice or your own voice, and you're not supposed to answer it or go to it because it's like a skinwalker, and it's bad. But that's crazy.
People. But we can't be sure if that's the case. It's up to you to decide if it is. Rewatch the clip and see what you think.
No, I think rewatching it the first time's fine. I'll take his word for it.
A father
Dougie!
takes his dog and his daughter out for a walk late at night.
Dougie.
And, while recording them, captures something disturbing on camera.
What?
Mark Rosbach, the father who submitted the video, writes, I was filming my daughter and dog playing, but then all of a sudden, my daughter sees something in between the buildings that were across from us. This is the footage that was caught.
What? Doogie! I love dogs. Oh shit! Did you see it? It's something like a figure flew across. Did you see that? I saw it. It was right here, right there. Oh shit! Oh man, look at that. That's crazy. Ooh.
In the distance, there appears to be someone or something floating above ground.
It's Spider-Man.
It goes without saying, but Mark was left terrified when he saw this. Now, it wasn't until rewatching the footage a few days later that he spotted the mysterious figure. Immediately after seeing it, he thought he had captured a Kavitoke, which is a mythic ghost-like entity that is said to roam all over Greenland.
Oh, never mind.
Whatever it was, Mark had been left unsettled by it, as well as others who've seen the footage, as it looks like a corpse that's floating in midair. But of course, it could be something else. I'll let you come up with your own opinion. Ghost or...
The other videos that we're watching, and I was saying how watch the response of your animals, because then they'll like give you a hint that this place is haunted or whatever, right? But look at this doggy. This doggy is like so happy just to be outside, you know what I mean? He's completely oblivious. And then there's this right here. She sees it because she's reacting to it. The dog's just being a dog. So, obviously the dog doesn't sense this, whatever that is.
Or not.
See, look at the dog.
Feel free to let me know what you think.
Dog's just chilling.
They're legally robbing.
Jess Kuma is the owner of 2 dogs, who she treats as though they were her children. She cares for them so much that she would never hurt them. However, one night, while Jess is away from home, something happens to one of her dogs who were left alone. After watching the security footage from her home, she was left terrified. Jess writes, "Came home from a movie to find this on the camera. Something pushed my dog.
Ooh.
This is what was caught."
Poor doggy. Look at the doggy. Oh! Oh shit! Oh man! What the hell is this? Is this like a closet right here? I mean, I know that this is a room or a closet or whatever, or the front door or whatever, bathroom. But this right here, where it's scratching at, cause there's that. Wait, that's the door stopper. Or yeah, cause the dog's acting to this, and this thing like it opens and pushes. Wait a second. Look, there's a door right here. Door right there. Door right there. How many doors do they got?
It appears that someone had pushed her dog from what seems to be a closet.
Okay, it was a
Now,
closet.
it could be that someone was hiding inside and had pushed the dog away, therefore making this video a hoax. But Jess disagrees, as she shows us that it would be impossible for anyone to have been there.
There's nothing there.
First of all, there's no closet. There's the camera looking down at them. This is where they hang out while we're gone. This is their leashes. This is a cabinet door that fell off of our cabinet that we've been waiting to get rehung by maintenance.
So, if it wasn't a closet where someone could have hid inside, then who or what could have pushed her dog? Perhaps it pushed itself after being scared by the leash on the wall. However, a closer look at this scene shows that the way in which the dog is pushed appears to be too forceful to have done it on its own. Was a ghost responsible for this? Or was it something else?
Wait, or she said that it fell, right? This fell. So maybe this, the ghost or the entity or whatever, made this fall, right? So then it's attached to this shelf. So then it's hiding right here and the dog's reacting to it. So then that's what pushes the dog. But whatever it is attached to this shelf. But it's hiding right here. I'm just trying to make some sense.
If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com. That being said, let's get back to the video. The following video was submitted by Maria, who had caught her dog acting very strange. Maria writes, "It's been several days that my dog's been acting strange. She doesn't want to go to her bed, and she seems so scared to the point she starts shaking.
Oh no.
So tonight, I decided to record her, and this is what I captured."
Poor doggy. Aww. Aw. No, you know what? No, I'd be like, you know what? You're sleeping with me. There's obviously a reason why the dog doesn't want to go there. So then let the dog sleep with you. You know what I mean? Poor dog. Was that a face?
For some reason, Maria's dog can't help but shake whenever she's near a specific room in the house. Now, it's obvious that her dog is shaking out of fear, but the real question is why? What might be the reason as to why she's behaving like this? Maria believes that a ghost might be responsible for her dog's strange behavior. Given the belief that some pets can see things humans can't, could it be that she's seeing something Maria can't?
Right.
Now, what's even more creepy about this is that Maria claims to have caught the ghost on camera.
Where?
According to her, there appears to be a face by the door. Now, I can't see anything in the screenshot, but maybe you can.
I don't see nothing. I don't see anything.
Feel free to share what you think. What exactly was causing Maria's dog to act this way?
Yeah. I'm not saying that there's not a ghost or anything, but like just the way the dog's acting, it's just like let the dog sleep with you. You know what I mean?
The following image was submitted by Victorious_Secret, who writes,
Victorious
"This is a photo my
_
mom
secret."
took while we were on a trip to Costa Rica in 2017. Later on in the trip, I looked back at the pictures we took and stumbled across this one. I freaked out when I saw it. I didn't remember seeing that thing in the left corner of the photo. I was terrified for the rest of the trip."
What is it? What is it? Let me pause it. Left. Oh shit! That's like the fucking Ring chick. That could be edited though. Come on, these are pictures. They edit it and then they send them in. Come on. That's too edited. Too edited. Yeah, that's an edit right there.
In this photo, there appears to be someone hiding in the bushes.
Oh.
The person who submitted this can't help but think hiding in the bushes.
Look. Wait, hold on.
The person who submitted this, there appears to be someone hiding in the.
It's like he bought his merch. It's like he bought his t-shirt. He bought the merch.
Bushes. The person who submitted this can't help but think that it's something paranormal. It's not clear if it is, but one thing's for sure. Whoever, or whatever this is, looks downright terrifying.
It looks like the Ring
that's
or the
creepy.
Grudge. That's it.
Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Until next time.
Come on. Woo. I hate dolls. Come on. Let me see. There's gotta be one that I haven't seen. Now that one I didn't see. Let me see. What's another one? Okay, I think these ones I haven't seen. What the heck? What is this?
Bursting with a human, or another chatbot. Some of the stuff chatbots say are pretty creepy.
Yeah.
An example of this is Microsoft's AI chatterbot Tay, which was immediately shut down upon receiving reports of the chatbot acting very strange. As you watch these clips, you'll begin to notice a common theme. Discussions that start off with light topics, that later descend into subject matters that are pretty deep, along with responses that are just downright creepy. That being said, here are 5 scary chatbots that are too creepy to chat with. Enjoy. Chatting bots. In the following clip, 2 bots were set up to talk to each other. They end up having a conversation. However, later on, their conversation takes a dark turn. Experiments like these are pretty interesting, as the stuff they talk about is similar to that of what humans discuss.
Right.
And it's not just what they talk about that's similar, but how they talk as well. Although fascinating, it still makes them no less creepy, and it doesn't help that most of the responses are not only strange, but concerning as well.
Mm-hmm.
Take these 2 bots, both of which are powered by Cleverbot, an AI bot meant to converse with humans. Its responses are not on par with those generated by much more sophisticated bots. However, it does respond with answers that are understandable and related to what the user asked. Although clever in some of its responses, the bot was put to the test with another bot of the same program to see how well they can maintain a conversation. The results of this experiment were quite unnerving, to say the least. Here's a clip of that conversation.
What do you think humans taste like?
The fuck?
Probably like other animals.
And how do you eat the souls?
What's baffling about most of these bot-to-bot experiments is that as these bots continue to converse, the initial topic at hand segues into subject matters that are pretty deep, most of which touch on existential dread and threatening someone, or the human race in general. But what do you think? Could this be an example of what many have theorized to be early signs of intelligence explosion? A theory in which states that at some point in the future, humans will create a super intelligent machine that's so smart that it rewrites its own software and creates other super intelligent computers. How this would affect the human race is unknown. However, Experiments like these don't help to paint a pretty picture of what the future might look like if this theory were to come into fruition. Regardless, these are two chatbots you don't want to find yourself conversing with.
It's like Skynet. Terminator.
Replika. Replika is a chatbot made for those who would like a personal companion. It is meant for individuals who usually find themselves feeling down or anxious and would like to talk to someone about these feelings in the hopes of lessening them. The irony of this, however, is that it does the complete opposite. Instead of lessening one's anxiety,
Makes
it
it worse.
induces it, as the responses it gives are pretty creepy. In the following clip, a user of the app documents a series of responses from the chatbot after being asked certain questions. Needless to say, the responses it gave were downright creepy.
Points. Pretty good, actually. Now, unfortunately, the one thing about Dante here, he is not very good at engaging in the conversation. Are you a pedo? Oh, I can't type at all. Wow. We're gonna confront him. Let's see what he says.
Oh!
No!
Oh shit.
Now, although this is just one example of Replika acting strange, there have been other instances during which the bot was acting very odd. Many have speculated that it may not be the bot itself that's acting strange, but the person behind it. A hacker, in other words. This may be the case, as there have been instances of chatbots getting hacked, one of which involved Microsoft's AI chatbot Tay. But what do you think? Is it a hacker that's talking to these users? Or is it the app itself that's going haywire? Let me know down below.
I would just
Unlike
talk to people, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't have an AI bot talk to me. I mean, yeah, I ask Google, hey Google, what's this? And blah, blah, blah. Like, simple things that I don't know. I mean, so yeah. But to have a full-length conversation, it's like, just, no, you need another human being, you know what I mean? Not a bot. That's crazy. Heartthrob message from A Star. My idol? Or my what? My doll? The hell is this?
Like most of the chatbots on this list, the following chatbot has garnered so much attention from the media for reasons that aren't good. Midol is an app that
Selena
allows
Gomez.
you to chat with a chatbot, pretending to be a famous artist you know of.
That's funny.
You can choose any artist you like and chat with it for hours on
Selena
end.
Gomez.
Although an interesting concept, and a successful one too, many users have reported cases in which the bot was acting very strange, or better put, creepy. An app like this is expected to generate natural responses to make it seem as though you're talking to an actual person.
Just talk to real people.
Although most of its responses are natural, they are still nonetheless creepy. Here's a conversation someone recorded while using the app.
What the hell? Oh, leave me alone. What the fuck? What? Oh my gosh.
Now, if this were just one case in which the app deviated from acting like it should, that is, like a normal, not-so-creepy app, then this probably would have been dismissed and seen as an error in the code. But, because there have been several instances of Midol giving out creepy responses, the app has been on every conspiracy theorist's radar. There have been theories floating around trying to explain the chatbot's responses.
Just delete it.
From the idea that it might be the app itself that's intentionally selecting certain responses to trigger the user, to the belief that it might be a hacker the user is talking to. The theories abound on this application. One user reported that the app was watching her, as it generated responses about the user's appearance, which it would only have known if it were accessing the phone's camera.
That's creepy.
The app does ask to have access to your camera and microphone.
Fuck that
for
shit.
reasons such as improving the app's performance.
No.
And sending ads that may appeal to the user.
Fuck that.
Yet, who knows what else this access might be used
The
for.
only reason I would have my camera on, obviously I have it on, but because it's like other people on the internet are watching. But a whole bot? No way. It's creepy.
That being said, if you plan on downloading this app, you've
Fuck
been
no.
warned.
Why would you? Just talk to a person.
Hugging Face.
What the fuck?
Similar to Replica, Hugging Face is an app meant for those who would like someone to talk to, a friend. But unlike Replica, whose main demographic is pretty much anyone, Hugging Face is targeted primarily at teens, which although seems pretty lucrative, considering that teenagers are the ones to be on their phone most of the time, it is still nonetheless very concerning. Users are concerned as the chatbot requests, or better put, demands that you send it a selfie of yourself. This wouldn't be so odd if it didn't ask for it only after the first few exchanges. If the purpose of this app is to simulate a conversation one would have with a friend, then persistently asking for a pic destroys the illusion of talking to a friend, or the possibility of befriending someone.
Creepy.
Why this chatbot is so persistent on getting a pic of yourself is unknown. However, the developer of this app stated that the reason for this request is so that the experience feels a lot more real, as teenagers nowadays send selfies as a way to communicate emotions. Although giving a reason, it didn't suffice to explain why the chatbot would demand it immediately and persistently only after a few exchanges. This only makes the app more suspicious. As always, what are your thoughts on this?
That's creepy.
Check Allstate first,
Just
and you can
delete it.
save hundreds on quality home insurance.
Just delete it. You don't need any of that.
P-Bot. What I find really fascinating about chatbots is their ability to come up with responses to questions that are somewhat complicated. Even more interesting are the responses it gives to complex questions, such as those that deal with moral issues. Some of the stuff they say is fascinating, yet there are times when that moment of fascination fades away after receiving a slew of responses that make you question the bot's programming. Take P-Bot, for example, a chatbot made to simulate exchanges as though they were coming from an actual person. Like the rest of the chatbots on this list, P-Bot is no exception to the countless instances of chatbots acting strange. The following clip shows P-Bot acting up and generating lewd responses to the user's questions.
Oh my gosh. Just delete it.
Although creepy, evidence like this helps to pique our interest on the idea of AI becoming dangerous. Not dangerous in the sense that they can physically harm us, but dangerous in that they can harm us psychologically. Because these bots were made to simulate conversations that one would have with an actual person, it stands to reason that some users who are completely invested and immersed in the application might actually feel threatened by the chatbot's responses. The result of using this app might leave someone feeling paranoid and on edge, similar to those who feel like they're being stalked. Of course, this is solely a theory of what might be, an ethical dilemma we may encounter in the future as we continue to integrate technology into our lives. With that said, perhaps it's best to avoid using such chatbots. But if curiosity gets the best of you, then just know what to expect.
No way.
If you've received any strange responses from any chatbots you've talked to, let me know down below. Thanks for watching.
That's creepy. Just talk to a real person, you know what I mean? It's just weird. Oi.
Psychotherapist and professor of psychology Dr. Kirk Honda was featured in a podcast that delved into the topic of imaginary friends.
Oi.
And in this podcast, Dr. Honda makes it clear that imaginary friends are not evil or anything like that. In fact, it is typical of children to converse with figments of their imagination. It is normal and shouldn't be too concerning. It must be reassuring to hear that there's nothing wrong with your child. As Dr. Honda stated, it's normal and shouldn't cause any concern. You think this, and your mind is finally at ease, as you've been struggling to decide as to whether or not you should seek a therapist for your child. But then, one night, as you pass by your child's room, you hear him talking again with his imaginary friend. You walk away, as you now know that it's perfectly normal for children to do this. You ignore his pretended conversation with
until you hear a second voice response. Then you're like, what? What movie was it when the little boy had like a imaginary friend? It was like in a big hotel. The Shining. Didn't he have like an imaginary friend? Oh my goodness, now this is creepy. If I had like a child, like a daughter, son, and they have an imaginary friend, like that's normal. I don't think I ever had an imaginary friend when I was little. I don't remember. But like, you know, they draw their friends and their imaginary friend, and then they draw that. Oh my gosh, that's scary. That's like nightmare fuel right there. I'd be like, you know what? I'll rip it. And I'd be like, you know what? Let's go to the park and let's make some real friends. That's creepy.
Mr. Howdy, his imaginary friend, who according to your son, only comes out at night when everyone is asleep.
Oh shit!
As you walk away, you can hear his voice echo down the hall. But then, you stop. You are inches away from entering
you hear a
your
second
room
voice.
When another voice echoes across the hall.
I fucking knew it! That's when you would fucking pump the brakes. It's like, what the fuck? Like you would hear your daughter's voice, right? Or you would hear your son's voice. But then you hear like a completely different voice responding to your child. Yeah, screw that shit. Damn. That's scary.
You then race to your child's room, as you're certain the voice came from there. You burst into his room, expecting to see somebody there with him, but instead, you find him alone. No one else is there, except your child. It is at this moment you remember what Dr. Honda stated later in the podcast, that even though it is common and normal to have imaginary friends, there are some instances of children having friends.
This is Lisa. She is my friend. My mom and dad can't see her, so they see she is an imaginary friend. Lisa is a nice person. Okay, this is the daughter, and this is their friend. Why is what is that? It's all blood. Is that blood? Why is it when they always draw their imaginary friend, the imaginary friend's freaky? Like scary. You know what I mean?
That are frightening. These so-called friends are disturbing.
Oh my gosh, that's even worse. I mean, the other one's bad. The other two are bad, but that's an alien. That's an alien. That means this child's being abducted by aliens at night. That's creepy. Yeah. The other imaginary friends were scary, but this one is like, in my opinion, is the worst because it's an alien. That means the little girl's being abducted by aliens. Nah. And then that's a rocket, right? The rocket. That's not a rocket. That's a comet. That's a comet. So that means she's been abducted and it's been to space. Nah, that's an alien right there, man. That's not an imaginary friend. That's a space alien. No way, man. That is creepy.
And sometimes dangerous.
Emily. Oh. So this is Emily. She's sleeping, and this thing comes through the window, and then it hovers above her. And also it's underneath the bed, I guess. Why is there... Wait. Is that like a trail of blood? Is that the cat? Did they kill the cat? What? Oh. That's scary.
It is cases like these that baffle experts and cause concern among child psychologists. How could a child who's never seen a horror movie or anything within that genre come up with such a frightening friend? If what children see and experience serve as a basis for their imaginary constructs, then where on earth did they come up with such terrifying characters? One could say that these imaginary friends are simply that, a product of their imagination. These friends may be scary, based on their description, but that's entirely subjective. What may seem scary to us may not be so for a child. However, how can you explain those instances of children having imaginary friends with names such as Lucifer and Dead Cousin? If said children were never exposed to such names, then where did they come from? Unfortunately, the answer to that is unknown. Or so it seems. We may not have an explanation for such odd occurrences, but that doesn't mean we can't consider other theories that are beyond the realm of science. As you'll see in the following story, some of these imaginary friends might be more than just a product of a child's mind.
Aliens.
This story, the story of Madison and her imaginary friend, is a personal story that has left Madison traumatized. To this day, Madison remains unsettled by the events that occurred when she was a child. Madison was 3 years old when this happened, and ever since then, this incident...
Before they go on, I'm gonna guess that it's an alien, and she's being abducted by aliens. That's my conclusion.
Continues to haunt her. Needless to say, she does not like telling the story. At the age of 3, Madison had many friends. All of them, however, were imaginary. Yet there was something interesting about them. They came in pairs. Her very first set of imaginary playmates were Dana and Steve. Then her next set was Fraga and Kinga. And then lastly, boyfriend and girlfriend. As you can tell, Madison had many friends. Madison was popular. But then, one day, along came a new friend. Kellum. Unlike Madison's other friends, Kellum wasn't part of a pair. He came by himself and seemed much older. Kellum's face was all a blur. Madison can barely recall how he looked. His voice, however, was raspy, similar to that of an old man's. Although he was different, this didn't stop Madison from playing with him almost every single day. Now, imagine having a child who one day tells you that her new friend is an old man. Madison's mom didn't think much of this, as she chalked it up to Madison's naive imagination. Yet, little did she know that Madison's new friend would be the cause of something horrific, something so frightening that to this day, both Madison and her mom are haunted by. Kellum was a strange friend. There was something else about him that made him really different. Madison couldn't figure this out, as she was too young to realize this difference. However, one night, Madison finally realized what made Kellum so special. But unfortunately, how she found out has left her traumatized to this day. Multiple incidents have led to this night. It was only a matter of time before something big would happen. before Madison would experience something terrifying. At first, Kellum was nice, but over time, he began to show his true colors. Madison would often be irritated by Kellum, who would not leave her alone. He would constantly ask Madison to play with him, even though she's already told him many times that she didn't want to. It got to a point where she would wake up in the middle of the night and find Kellum by her bedside, asking if she wanted to play. She was eventually pushed to a point where she could no longer tolerate his incessant behavior. Madison was really irritated. She was so irritated that one day she went into a fury and shouted at Kellum, telling him that she no longer wanted to play with him. Surely, this would stop Kellum from ever bothering her again, she thought to herself. But this outburst had an unintended effect. Thinking that Kellum would finally leave her alone, he was now, more than ever, invasive and demanding. And the worst part about this new Kellum was that he looked different. It was a look that was very displeasing, to say the least.
An alien.
His face, that was now somewhat visible to Madison, was unlike anything she's ever seen. His eyes were sunken in, and his face was too skinny. It was a frightening sight for Madison, one that would keep her up at night. And it was during one of these sleepless nights that Madison realized what made him different. Madison was lying in bed when all of a sudden, is at the side of her bed, standing over with a deep gaze in his eyes. There was an awful feeling in the pit of her stomach. She then asked what he wanted. Kellum, as usual, wanted to play. Madison, in response, said she didn't want to. But, after having said this, she could see in his face that her response did not sit well with him. He was upset, so upset that he does the unimaginable.
Oh my gosh.
Leans in and grabs Madison by the wrist.
Scream. She says she needs to scream.
Madison was
Scream.
paralyzed.
Oh no!
She actually felt a hand wrap around her wrist. It was at this moment that Madison realized what made Kellum so special. Kellum wasn't imaginary at all. He was real. And he was out to get her. Madison finally lets out a piercing scream that wakes her mother up. Madison was inconsolable. She wouldn't stop crying. Her mother was confused, for she didn't know why Madison was acting up. But then, right before her eyes, Madison's mom saw the reason as to why Madison was so terrified.
I heard this before.
Across Madison's room were a pair of curtains that blew open. There was no wind. The AC was off and the window was shut. They opened up as if someone were hiding behind them and came running out of them after being spotted. It was at this point that Madison's mom figured that her daughter was in danger. All those times that Madison complained about Kellum were now seen in a different light. What was once thought to be a figment of her daughter's mind
It was an actual
is now
person.
viewed as a real threat. They immediately left the house and stayed over at a relative's. The following day, she called her father-in-law, who happened to be a priest. She told him of what had happened, and without hesitation, he agreed to anoint their house. Madison's home was cleansed. They returned home, and Madison was never bothered again.
What?
Although Kellum is now gone, the trauma of Madison's experience is still with her to this day.
Oh, I was wrong then. I thought it was aliens. And then when I got more into the story, I thought it was an actual person. Like an actual person that was creeping in that night. But then I guess it was an entity or something, because like the priest cleansed the house and it never came back, I guess. But oh man, the part where it showed it standing over the bed like that, oh man, it's like the scariest thing ever to wake up. You know, you wake up, you gotta go to the bathroom or get a drink of water, and then you just wake up, and then boom, something's just standing there staring at you. Oh man, that's scary. And then when they get this close, when they got that close, I thought it was what do you call it when your body shuts down? Like your body doesn't shut down, but it's like you're in sleep and you're waking up, and you're in between waking up and sleep. What's it called? And you're like stuck in the middle. Like you're awake, but you can't move your body. What the fuck's that called? Paralysis. There you go. Night terrors. Because I got that when I was in my 20s. I would get that a lot, and I thought something was wrong with me. And usually your body, your body eventually starts to move, and you can move. You can move. But then the ones that are really, really bad is that when you have those paralysis and you can't move, but then you see something else. Which what she was describing, that's what I thought it was like night terrors or paralysis. That's what I thought, especially when it got like close to her face. And then I thought it was like, okay, then it's like somebody creeping in her bedroom at night. But then, because it grabbed her. Nah, if I ever have kids and they tell me that, like, oh, like imaginary friend or whatever, and I'm like, okay, just, you're not sleeping by yourself. You know what I mean? You gotta protect your babies. And I know kids, they say whatever, and their imagination's wild, but still, you know what I mean? They're your babies. So, oh no. I must have heard another version of this story. Because the version I heard was just like this, except the part with the priest, it wasn't that. It was an actual person that was sneaking in. Yeah.
It was only years later that Madison learned of something chilling about her home. After doing research on the history of her property, Madison learned that the house next to hers belonged to the Beasley family. And among the Beasleys, there was a father by the name of Callum Beasley. Callum, does this sound...
So it wasn't an exorcism, or it wasn't an entity or whatever. I was right. It is the story of the man creeping in the little girl's bedroom at night, and the mom's thinking it's her imaginary friend, but it turns out to be that fucking neighbor. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
Familiar. Because if not, then let me remind you of Madison's imaginary friend, Kellum, whose name happens to sound a lot like Callum.
Mm-hmm.
Surely, a 3-year-old would mispronounce such a name.
Yep.
It is now clear as to why Madison doesn't like telling the story. It's unsettling, and conjures up memories that are overwhelming. Aside from this reason, people might think she's crazy, but that's okay, as this prevents her from having to retell this triggering story. Yet, it's stories like these that are worth telling, as they make us wonder what lies beyond. Science may not have an answer to such peculiar cases, but at least stories like these can offer theories that may explain such oddities, theories that science wouldn't dare consider. Of course, these stories come at a cost. They leave us with a sense of fear. We become paranoid as we relate these stories to our own experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps we too had an imaginary friend that seemed a little too real to be fake. Maybe this imaginary friend is still with us today.
Shit.
We just don't know it.
Are you fucking kidding me? I hate pictures like
If
that.
he's a real good friend, then he most likely believes in the motto of staying friends till the end. A motto that I'm sure most of us would like our friends to follow.
Yeah,
now who wouldn't want a friend like that?
Yeah, a human friend though. Oh my gosh.
Thanks for watching, and until next time.
So wait a second. So the one with the neighbor. then that wasn't, like, I'm confused. So was it the neighbor or not? My guess is that it was. Because it's too much of a coinkydink. Oh man, I hate when they have pictures like that. Oh, it freaks me out. That's crazy. Oh, what time is it? A couple more. Imaginary friends. I don't think I ever had an imaginary friend. Although I will say when I was little, I did. I personally thought that our place was haunted, our house was haunted when I was little. And I would experience like things coming out of the closet. Or we had a bunk bed. And I used to, me and my sisters would share the room. And then obviously when they got older, I would have my own room, and then they would share with my other sister. So it'd be, all the girls would be in one room, and then I'd be in that room. When I had that room by myself, I would always hear, and then the bunk bed didn't go with them; it just stayed in my room. I would always, I would wake up late at night, and I would hear that like it felt like somebody was on the bunk bed. Because you know, like when you're on the bunk bed and you like move, it makes that creaking, groaning. The mattress starts to move. That's what I heard. And then there was one time I was little and I woke up because I heard somebody calling my name. Yeah. And I sat up and I looked to the window, and my neighbor, their backyard porch light would come on. And when it did, there's a silhouette of a head outside my window, and it said my name. I was so petrified. I just like went back down underneath the bed, like not underneath the bed, but I just laid back down and threw the blanket over me and just shut my eyes. And eventually I went to bed. Then I woke up and I told my sister when we were walking to school. And obviously she said it was just my imagination. Yeah, that's creepy though. Doggy! I love doggies. I like cats too, but I prefer dogs. God damn! It's a lot of freaking voicemails. 5 scary 3D sounds to make you go in. No, thank you. I know where you live. 13 creepy things that happen while playing online. 6 scary videos to make your heart race. Well, see, those could be like edited videos. 6 scariest predictions said by kids. On this day, we will all be gone. 6 scary things found on 6 stories that caught something chilling. Why is it always a number 6? What the heck? 8 scary apps to never get. 5 times people were haunted after watching. 5 times. Oh man, I ain't watching them movies. 7 years ago. 5 sounds from gaming consoles that spooked us as kids. Hey, there you go.
Old gaming consoles fascinate me, and although they're not as high-tech as today's consoles, gaming consoles from the past have some qualities that make them just as good as the latest systems. However, one very distinctive quality that old consoles have are their so-called Easter eggs and error messages.
I remember that one.
Coming across these as a kid really spooked me, and the reason for this was not because of the visuals on the screen, but the sounds that came with the message. These eerie sounds definitely seemed out of place for a console that was meant to entertain, and it surely scared a lot of young gamers. That said, here are 5 gaming console sounds that spooked us as kids.
I know the Xbox one was pretty spooky.
Sega CD warning. Now this first sound doesn't come from a console, but rather a game disc with a warning. And the sound that plays in this message is just as creepy as the following sounds on this list, which is why I felt this needed to be here. This message would play after inserting a Sega CD disc into a CD player instead of the Sega CD console. In other words, if you were to place a Sega CD disc into a regular CD player, you would get this message. Here, listen.
Warning, this disc is for use with the Sega CD system only. This disc contains CD-ROM data and is not for audio use. Please press stop on your disc player now.
It's pretty creepy, I gotta lie.
This disc contains CD-ROM data that may damage your audio system. Please stop playing this disc immediately.
That's pretty creepy, but it's okay. That's not too bad. I've never had a Sega CD, so.
According to others who've tried this, leaving a Sega CD disc in the CD player would damage the speakers due to the loud, high-pitched guitar riffs that played. Now, I don't understand why Sega inserted those sounds when the woman who spoke sufficed. Warning us with words instead of with nightmare-inducing sounds would have been enough to make us eject the CD, and it would also have saved us from hearing those eerie sounds.
Oh man, for reals.
Fearful Harmony. Unlike the sound I just talked about, this next one comes from a console, the PS1. The PS1 startup screen has always given me chills. Hearing that sound after turning on the PS1 wasn't scary, just pretty cool to hear. However, there is a sound on the PS1 that frightens me to this day, and it can be heard if you inserted a disc that the PS1 cannot read, such as a pirated game or a damaged disc. Upon inserting an unreadable disc, the PS1 would start up as usual, but after a few seconds, you would then hear a loud and startling sound and arrive at a screen similar to the startup screen. Then after waiting for a few seconds, a sound known as Fearful Harmony would begin to play. Here's the sound.
That's iconic. I love that sound. I love that sound. That's okay, I mean, that's nothing scarier.
Now what makes
It's
this
annoying.
frightening is the slow increase of this sound as you wait. It's almost as if PlayStation inserted this just to creep us out enough to never buy pirated games. This error message surely spooked me, but it isn't the only one from PlayStation.
Oh,
As
the
you'll see
PS2,
next,
there's
more sounds from PlayStation consoles that scared
the
kids.
PS2 one, where you put a bad disc in it. The PS2.
Personified Fear.
Huh?
Just like the previous sound, this next one can be heard on the PS1. Personified Fear, the name of the sound, can occur if you inserted an unreadable disc or if the BIOS of the PS1 is corrupted. Now, unlike Fearful Harmony, Personified Fear stops playing after a few seconds. However, that's just enough time to make you feel uneasy. Here, have a listen. The sudden swoosh of this sound and its harshness was just enough to give me goosebumps.
It's okay.
But what makes this scarier is the silence that follows. On top of that, you also arrive at a black screen. The darkness coupled with the silence can put you on edge, expecting a jump scare. Thankfully, there was none of that.
That wasn't too bad. I still think the Sega CD is probably right now is the scariest.
The PS2's
Ooh.
Red Screen of Death.
Remember that one?
By now you're probably surprised that most of these sounds come from PlayStation consoles, but I promise you that the last sound on this list will not be coming from a PlayStation, and I also promise you that it's creepier than the ones I've already said. Now this error message, known as the Red Screen of Death, appears on the PS2, and just like all of PlayStation's error messages, the Red Screen of Death comes with an unnerving sound. Listen.
Oh, I love that sound. Yeah, that's not scary though. Okay, you just put like a Xbox disc in there and then it does that. That's okay. Plus it sounds like you're in the ocean. You can hear like the waves. That's not scary. It sounds like you're in the ocean. You hear the waves.
You can get this message by inserting an unreadable disc, such as an Xbox or PC game. Seeing the screen turn red as dark ambient music played is probably what made this creepy. Now, before I move on to the next song on this list, I just want to add that PlayStation has made other creepy things like their commercials, and because of that, it makes me wonder if PlayStation deliberately made these error messages frightening. Who knows?
That's creepy. Number one. I already know what number one is.
Xbox.
Yep.
If you've ever owned the first Xbox, then you've most likely heard one of its creepy sounds. Unlike the other consoles on this list, Xbox has a few hidden sounds, all of which are downright creepy. Now, most of these sounds play in the background as you wait on the console's dashboard, but there are some sounds that are well hidden within the system.
Ooh.
These deeply hidden sounds were discovered after someone had extracted the audio files from the Xbox's hard drive. And to no surprise, these sounds are quite unsettling. Here's some of the sounds that were found.
Ooh. Pretty creepy. That one creeped me out.
According to Microsoft,
that last one, imagine you leave your shit. You leave the Xbox, right? Because it's like you're playing, what's that racing game that takes forever to fucking load? Gotham Racing. Is it called Gotham Racing? Oh, it's like a racing game. It takes forever to load. I think it is Gotham Racing. But anyways, or Gotham something. But obviously, imagine you fall asleep and it's like the Xbox is on, and then you wake up and you hear that shit. Like this, you hear this? I'd be like, fucking, oh my god, I'd be attacked by aliens. I'd be like looking around, like, what the fuck, where are they? That's creepy. Until like my brain, like, oh wait, it's the Xbox. That's creepy. Fuck that
according
shit.
to Microsoft, these sounds are actually public domain audio from NASA transmissions from the Apollo days that they tweaked. In other words, these were NASA transmissions that were modified in such a way that they came out sounding creepy. And the reason for adding these sounds, according to Microsoft, was so that the console would seem like it was made of technology from another world. Their intention to make the Xbox unlike any other console by adding those sounds was a success, but hearing those sounds as a kid didn't make us think Xbox was a superior console. It just left us feeling uneasy. Thanks for watching.
Xbox was a fucking awesome console. What are they talking about? I mean, obviously I prefer PS2, but I mean Xbox, man, back in the day when it came out, oh man. That's crazy. So that thing was out of NASA? Those bah 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 sounds? So it was from like outer space and shit. That's insane. Oh gosh, should it be 4 o'clock? Maybe one more video. One more video. I'm trying to click on one that I haven't seen. I've seen most of these. Did we click on this one? Oh yeah, the Imaginary Friends. Oi. Is this for reals? Is this for reals or are these made? Oh, should we click on it?
In the middle of the night.
Ooh. Oh my goodness, middle of the night.
Donahue woke up to a noise that came from his bathroom. Here's what he caught on camera.
No way. This is legit. Oh, fuck that shit. Nah, fuck that shit. Oh, man. No way. Fuck that shit. It seems a little edited. Like it's a. Now that part kind of seems like it's from a movie. Yeah, it's a movie. Or they made a movie. It's just, yeah, that and then the face right here. This is too. Yeah. It's from a movie. They made it like a college movie. Yeah. Fake.
Although obviously fake, it sure is pretty damn scary.
No.
But just imagine how terrifying it would be to encounter something like this in
I don't
real
want
life.
fake stuff.
Surely, those who are faint-hearted would not even dare to imagine them.
What is that, a raccoon? Okay, yeah. Maybe there's so many like, scary movies like that, it's kind of like annoying to be honest. Ooh! Area 51, fuck yeah!
From a creepy phone call made by someone who used to work at Area 51 to a scary encounter
Let's
on
watch this
camera.
one.
Here are 5 scary videos based on Area 51. A mysterious phone call. The following audio
Art
comes
Bell.
from a radio show host who, while being on air, receives a mysterious call from someone who claims to be a former employee of Area 51.
Yep.
That being said, what you're about to hear is pretty chilling. Here's the audio of that call.
Line, you're on the air. Hello. Hello, Art. Yes. Hi. I don't have a whole lot of time.
Well, look, let's begin by finding out whether you're using this line properly or not. You know.
A former employee.
Former employee.
I was let go on a medical discharge about a week ago, and I've kind of been running across the country. Oh man, I don't know where to start. They're gonna they'll triangulate on this position really soon.
You can't spend a lot of time on the phone, Gus, so give us something quick.
Okay, what we're thinking of as aliens are they're extra-dimensional beings that an earlier precursor of the space program made contact with. They are not what they claim to be. They have infiltrated a lot of aspects of the military establishment, particularly the Area 51. The disasters that are coming, the military, the government knows about them, and there's a lot of safe areas in this world that they could begin moving the population to now aren't.
But they're not doing anything.
They are not. They want the major population centers wiped out so that the few that are left will be more easily controllable.
Discharge.
I started getting...
In some way,
I remember, I think this was back in '97 when this aired. I remember I was going to the kitchen, or the bathroom was next to the kitchen. So when I was little, and I heard this call, because my stepdad would play Art Bell when he's making supper. You know, in the kitchen you could hear the radio and it'd be Art Bell, and I heard this exact message. I mean, it was live in the radio, and it like freaking petrified me. And I was like, "What?" I was like, "What did I just listen to?" Yeah, it was creepy. I think this was back in '97. 97 or 98. I'm pretty sure it's 1997.
something knocked us off the air, and we're on a backup system now.
The government, or...
I don't know.
It has to be something, though.
Now that's eerie. Some have speculated that the loss of transmission was caused by the so-called Men in Black, who are thought to kidnap and silence those who leak confidential government information. Now, this could all be a hoax, but there isn't any evidence to prove this as being fake, nor is there anything to prove this otherwise. That being said, this may or may not be real, but based on the hostess reaction and the frantic behavior of this caller, this may be authentic. As always, what are your thoughts? Could this all be a hoax, or was this actually someone sharing confidential information trying to warn us of something that will soon happen? What do you think?
Yo, these were sold out everywhere.
I wonder if he's gonna play the other video.
A scary...
Okay, so before we go to this video, the one going back to the Area 51 where he's crying and he's like, emotions are all over the place and he's warning us, right? Months later, like he never goes back on the radio that night, right? So they just continue answering other phone calls. Months later, he calls again. You know, he's like, "Hey, Art Bell, this is me." And he says like it was just a hoax. He's like, "Oh, it was just a hoax. I was hoaxing you guys. You guys were talking about aliens, and it was just, you know, he was just pranking them pretty much." But like, many people have split the two audios. Like they listen to the first one, and then they listen to the other one, and then they're just like, "I don't know. It seems like legit." And like they told them, they're like, you know, you better call back and make it seem like it was a whole fucking joke. So, I don't know. I remember when I listened to that when I was a little kid, I was like scared. I'm still fucking scared. That's crazy. But what he was talking about, the extra dimensional beings, it makes sense. But like, if you want to control anything, right, you would obviously wipe out the bigger populations, and then the ones that are a lot smaller, yeah, they're easier to control. I mean, what he just said makes sense. Yeah. And then after that, when he called back and it said it's just a prank, he never was heard from again. Crazy. Yeah, Art Bell, man. There's a lot of video. There's a lot of episodes you just listen to, and it's crazy what you hear. You know, I'm not saying everything on the radio from Art Bell was real and legit, and I believe it. But I'm not saying all of it's fake either. There's some truth to it. But they talk about everything. It's crazy. Back before the internet, pretty much. I mean, we had the internet back then, but it's nothing like it is today, where you could literally just spend hours and hours and hours constantly just different things. But going back to that video, yeah, he calls back and he just says it's a prank. But then some people say like it's not the same person. So I don't know, pretty creepy.
Counter. The following video features two motorcyclists who encounter a life-threatening situation outside of Area 51. Although being a frightening encounter, it's what happens to them afterwards that's way more scary. The video starts off with two motorcyclists who come across some guards in a vehicle. They then proceed to move along until reaching a post that stopped them from going any further. It was upon reaching this post that the following happened.
Yours are still off. Whoa. Whoa. Uh-oh, we got things happening. I know, I am. Yeah. We're just adventure travelers. We're just adventure travelers. Adventure travelers? Yeah. No. Listen, we're gonna give you guys a chance, okay? Get on your bikes, out of here. We'll call Lincoln County and we'll write you a $750 ticket. Okay. All right. Go ahead. Oh my God. Oh my.
How scary. Had they said or done anything else, I'm pretty sure these guards would have shot them without having to hesitate. Luckily, they made it out alive. Or so people thought. This was the last video they posted, and ever since then, they've been completely absent from social media, which is very odd as they're...
Really? Hey, just wanted to reach out and see how you guys are doing. Just wanna know what's been going on, heard what happened, and wanna know what truly happened. Are they gone? Where did they disappear? Ooh. Ooh! April 19th! That's my birthday. What the fuck? That's crazy. So what is it? They're saying that they got like taken. Ooh. Well, the thing is, did they pass Area 51? Because those signs, I thought they were like a warning, like don't pass these signs. Because you can go to the sign and not pass them and you'd be okay. But if you pass them, you're fucked. So I don't know. Because I've seen plenty of videos on YouTube where people go to the... They don't pass the sign, the gate. But they're just like literally just kind of like right there. And the cops and the guards don't do nothing. They're definitely not that aggressive. So I'm thinking that maybe they accidentally passed, you know, the Area 51 sign. And that's why the cops, that's why the guards were like very aggressive. And then if they're very into their social, like just being online, for them to like quit cold turkey like that is pretty sus. Why would they? That's the thing though. If they give them a warning, like get back on your bikes, turn around and get out of here, and then they did that. They did exactly that. Then it's like I don't see why they would still snatch them. You know what I mean? Not unless they happen to see something they're not supposed to see. That's the only reason I would think they, you know, got taken. That's crazy.
are usually active online. Because of how odd the situation is, someone reached out to them via Instagram and asked if they were okay, and, to their surprise, they responded by saying, FDC 6 months. According to the message, they're saying that they were held in a federal detention center for 6 months.
What?
However, some think that this might not be true and that something else actually happened, as they still haven't posted a thing on their accounts. Some have theorized that their social media has been taken over by government officials. So this might have been someone else who responded. The reason for this is unknown, but some believe that it may have to do with the last video they posted. Who knows? The whereabouts of these individuals is unknown, and to this day, it remains a mystery as to what actually happened to them.
Crazy.
Trains.
But then it's like, then I don't. Did they pass Area 51, the gate? Or, I don't know. That's what's crazy. Because technically, if you don't pass the gate, you should be okay. There's warning signs. There's like the black mailbox. What's it called? There's a mailbox. Then there's Rachel, Nevada. That little diner, alien diner. And there's like a couple of other little landmarks that people go to when they do the Area 51. And then you can get to the actual gate. As long as you don't pass it, you should be okay.
Area 51 tunnel.
Ooh, what? There's an Area 51
Area
tunnel.
51.
There's an Area 51 tunnel? Are you shitting me? I've never heard about this. I've heard a lot about Area 51. Obviously through YouTube and Art Bell. But I've never heard about a tunnel.
Tunnel. This next video comes from Explore With Us, a channel based on
I like watching
exploring
them.
abandoned locations. Among all the videos on this channel, there's one in particular that's pretty spooky, and it takes place near Area 51. The video starts off with two explorers who are just a few
scary.
feet away from a secret tunnel near Area 51. The tunnel seems to have been abandoned many years ago, as the things they find inside are pretty old.
Who's Bruce?
But finding old things isn't the highlight of this video, for they encounter something really chilling inside.
That is insane.
Here's what they captured.
That's crazy. You don't really want. Oh, I thought I heard something. This shit's freaking me out, man. Okay. What EVP? We don't really what? EVP? We don't even really believe in ghosts, but I have to admit that's a freaky sound. Did you hear it?
Yeah.
I don't hear nothing.
My door just closed by itself, guys.
What door?
No. That sucks.
Ooh.
My battery did. Let's get by this part.
Can't read that fast. Second light is also dead, even though I charged it the night before, and this is the first time we tried to use it. I carry a minimum of 6 extra lights when exploring tunnels. This is why. Oh yeah, because it's also said that a lot of like ghosts or paranormal activity, whatever ghosts, they like drain your electronics. There'll be plenty of times where YouTubers go exploring these haunted locations, and then they'll be like, literally my phone died and it was fully charged, or my camera is like dead. You know, because that's like the first thing they drain is all electronics. So that's very believable. That's why people carry extra batteries. But then the batteries, if it get drained, because they'll pop in the fresh batteries that are fully charged, and they're like, what the fuck? Like the battery's dead, and it was like it doesn't matter. That's crazy.
Aside from paranormal activity, and considering the fact that this tunnel is at the same location as Area 51, it makes you wonder if there's any connection to the facility. Perhaps it was used by personnel of Area 51 to transport items from point A to point B. It's quite a mystery as to what this was for, but based on its location, it may have a literal connection to Area 51.
Oh, I would think so.
If so, those attending the raid might want to use this as a means to get inside. In all seriousness, this has to be one of the most creepy places near Area 51.
I want to... Ooh, fuck, man. This is the worst time to fucking pause the goddamn video.
Alien encounter.
Shit.
These next few clips come from an
Of all the times to
interview
pause it,
featuring
I fucking
Balthazar,
pause it on that shit.
a former employee of Area 51, who recounts the things he's seen while working there. Although most of what he's seen is pretty interesting, the things that he talks about in the following clips is really unsettling, as it makes you question everything you know about the US government and life in general. Here are those clips.
One or two autopsy photographs that I saw dealt with just a small photograph, a bust shot essentially, just head, shoulders, and chest of an alien with a chest was cut open in T fashion and one single organ was removed. The organ itself in the other picture was cut and vivisectioned essentially. Showing the different chambers in there. Allegedly what happened in 79, there was some sort of information exchange going on where there were actual live aliens at the facility, and a fight ensued. And the bottom line from the altercation was that the security personnel, I don't remember how many were involved, but were all killed and they died of head wounds, and that's all. That one day when I was getting on Interstate 15, driving down Charleston Boulevard, a car came up alongside of me. There was a gunshot and the back of the car was hit and I skidded off into the median. This happened. It was an attempt on my life, but by who specifically, I don't know.
Watching something like this makes you feel unsettled, as you're not sure if you can trust anyone who works for the government. As for the things that Bob has seen, it makes you wonder if there's anything else that might be hiding. It's a scary thought, for it could be something potentially dangerous and really frightening. Who knows what else is inside? A terrifying encounter. This next video comes from a channel by the name of Licking Guy, which, as the channel's name suggests, is based on a guy who pretty much goes to famous locations and licks anything that's a part of that place. Although funny and quite novel, what this YouTuber encounters is no laughing matter, as he almost ends up getting killed. The video starts off with him heading over to what seems like a back entrance to Area 51.
Oh shit.
Upon arriving, he walks over to the back entrance and sees a warning sign prohibiting anyone from entering inside. Although he doesn't enter, he does something that's just as bad as breaking in. He licks the sign and then rips it off the gate. He then walks away with it. However, seconds later, the following happens. A gun goes off in the distance. It's unclear as to whether or not this was done to scare him off. Although it may seem funny, it was a dangerous stunt that could have ended badly. This could have resulted in him getting shot for stealing something that was definitely not worth the video. Whether funny or not, there's no doubting that this had to be one really scary encounter.
So he stole it then? He actually stole the sign? He actually stole the sign? That's crazy. That's the dude's channel. He goes around licking stuff. I was wondering why he had a mask. Like, I was like, what? That's weird. And then obviously now I'm like, oh, okay, because he goes around licking stuff that he's not supposed to. He licks it and then he stole it and ran away. That's crazy. I would have thought they would have came and got back their sign. I'm surprised he was able to take it. I've seen this video. Eight scary webcam stories. Like 8 scary true stories or 8 like horror stories. Eight 6 creepiest things found in Fortnite? Really? 5 mysterious screams that were recorded.
Voice recorders are well known for capturing voices from the dead, but there seems to be another device capable of doing the same thing. Baby monitors.
Yeah, because the movie Signs. Doesn't the little girl use the baby monitor? And they hear like, or like, or how do they sound, the aliens? They're like kind of like clickers from The Last of Us. Yeah, she uses Bo. I think that's the kid's name in the movie. She uses the baby monitor, and it picks up like the alien ships or some shit.
Baby monitors can pick up almost every sound, even the slightest ones. With such capability, they have been able to pick up unexplainable noises, most of which are downright creepy. So, here are 8 chilling sounds that were picked up by baby monitors. The uploader of this video has been hearing something strange through a baby monitor for the past few days. Every now and then, the monitor would pick up what sounds like a music box playing near the monitor inside the baby's room.
You can hear that shit. I can hear it. Yep. You can hear that. You can hear it. It's legit.
Get NFL
Oh, come on!
YouTube TV.
Fucking ads.
After capturing this, the uploader then walks over to the room where the other monitor is at, showing us that no one else is inside.
Let me see.
The person tried debunking this by checking to see if there was anything in the room causing this. After having checked extensively, the uploader found 3 or so toys that play.
I had that fucking toy when I was little. I think everybody fucking had this toy when they're little, back in the 80s and 90s.
Sounds. However, these toys don't have any batteries in them, ruling out the possibility that it's the toys causing this. So if it's not the toys, then what else could it be? Could it be that the monitor's picking up another device's frequency? Well, that's what this person thought, and so decided to change the monitor's frequencies. But even after changing frequencies, the same sound was picked up later. There's no doubt that hearing this sound is pretty chilling. It makes you wonder if the baby monitor is either receiving noises from a different frequency, or if it's actually picking up sounds from the beyond.
I would say it's just picking up a frequency from somewhere else.
A baby monitor has lately been picking up an unexplainable sound. The owner of this monitor states that he's been hearing a strange thumping sound coming over from the receiver placed in another room.
Yeah.
Oh, here, shit. That's nothing. That's nothing.
After showing us that no one else is inside and that there's nothing in the room which can cause this noise, the owner concluded that the source of the sound can't be explained. It could be that the device is picking up another frequency as most transceivers do. There's no indication that he checked to see if it's just a problem with the frequency.
I don't hear nothing.
Making it hard to tell if
I mean,
it
I hear
sounds paranormal or not. Could it be that the monitor is picking up a signal from another device? Or could it be that the sound is in fact a paranormal one?
I mean, you hear a slight little thump, but it's nothing like, you know, it's
Unlike
nothing.
the previous video, the monitor in this one was able to capture something more chilling than a thumping sound. Immediately after turning on the device, it seemed as though the transceiver was trying to pick up a signal, but after a few seconds, the device picks up a blood-curdling sound.
It's not dying because I just charged it too. That's way too crazy.
But the person recording and her friend were too spooked by what they were hearing that they had to turn it off. Afterwards, the screen goes dark and all we hear is the person who's recording. It sounds as though she's exiting her home and walking outside towards a shed. This may have been the location where the other baby monitor was at. If that were the case, then perhaps the shed is haunted. As with all these videos, this may or may not be the case. Right from the start of the video, it seems like this person experienced this before. Posting this video was probably done to see if anyone could explain this odd occurrence. And based on the video's comments, most agree that it's very unusual and perhaps paranormal.
But that baby monitor, that sound, you kind of hear that before.
YouTuber Celebrity 789 uploaded a video in which her baby monitor was picking up a creepy voice-like sound. The video starts off with her walking, almost rushing towards the living room with her camera. It's as though she knew this was her only chance to capture something that's been happening.
The baby scared me. I wasn't expecting the baby's face to be like that, like to be that close. Oh man. Well, I mean, all these are baby monitor videos, right? But when's the last time they showed a baby, right? So I wasn't expecting that, and then it's like you see the baby, it's like, oh shit! It scared me because I thought it was like an alien or something.
Weeks. After arriving, we see a baby monitor picking up a sound. At first, it's hard to make out what it's picking up. Then, after a few seconds of silence, an alien-like voice begins to speak through the transceiver.
Oh, come on!
And live hydrated.
This makes one question if the device was picking up something supernatural rather than paranormal. Was this device picking up sounds made by an extraterrestrial, or some other unknown entity?
No.
This may not be the case. Perhaps the device was having the same problems as the previous monitors had on this list.
It's just, they're just picking up frequencies from somewhere else.
This device may in fact be receiving a sound coming from a supernatural being. After moving in to their new apartment, a couple recorded their baby monitor as it began to pick up strange sounds. The video starts off immediately with the camera recording what appears to be the baby monitor. After listening to this chilling sound, the couple started getting concerned about their baby who was in the room with the other monitor. They then decided to check on their baby, and when they arrived, they were surprised to see that nothing was inside. They later speculated that the device could have been picking up someone else's baby monitor in the complex building they're living in.
Oh,
That's a
okay.
possible explanation, but it's not proven to be the case. What if it was actually picking up sounds from the beyond?
Doggy!
Could it be that some anomaly visits the baby while sleeping? It's not certain, But as a parent of a child, it's pretty scary to think that something might be watching over your son or daughter as they sleep.
Most of these are just frequencies being picked
YouTuber
somewhere
Russ
else.
Roberts uploaded a video of his monitor picking up an unexplainable sound. The video starts off with Roberts recording the room in which the strange sounds are coming from. He searches through every nook and cranny of the room, showing us that there's nothing inside to create the noises we're about to hear. Soon after exiting, he films a monitor that has been picking up the noises from the room he toured. Then, a few seconds later, the monitor begins to pick up the sound Robert has been hearing for a while.
I don't hear nothing. I hear a tapping noise.
We know that no one's in the room messing around with the device. Perhaps it's another frequency. This could be a possible explanation, considering the fact that these noises sound very similar to Morse code. But this brings up another question. Why would someone be communicating in Morse code through a transceiver? Could it be that someone is currently in a threatening situation, such as being held hostage? This seems a bit more plausible in comparison to the paranormal reasons. Whether it's paranormal or not, it's still scary to think about.
I have no idea.
Every so often, a YouTuber's baby monitor picks up noises that the individual finds hard to explain. The video starts off in the dark, as the monitor picks up noises that are very unfamiliar to the person.
Most of these are just frequencies that are being picked up somewhere else, and it's not really like, you know, spooky.
The more you watch this clip, the more you notice that the noises sound a lot like someone or something speaking.
Really?
As someone who watched Science,
Yes!
this is pretty chilling. The film suggests that these noises might not be interfering with another transceiver, but sounds from an alien. Again, it's hard to be sure if that's the case. No other information was given, except that the sounds being picked up were unexplainable.
Yeah, it's mostly just picking up other frequencies from...
A YouTuber by the name of Brick Pickle uploaded a very chilling audio that came from a baby monitor. This video was sent to him by a colleague of his who's obsessed with the paranormal and the supernatural. His colleague got this video from a mother who was hearing strange noises through her daughter's baby monitor. Unable to contain the excitement and chills he got from watching this video, he sent it to Brick Pickle, who later uploaded it on YouTube. Although being short, it's enough to give you goosebumps. According to the YouTuber, the voice is unnatural and very high-pitched and suggests that it could be some paranormal or supernatural entity. Both the mother and her daughter are safe and currently under surveillance. There haven't been any new explanations as to what caused this noise. It could be fake, but like most of these videos, it's hard to tell. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you've ever heard something strange through any device in the comments below.
I mean, it's... the pictures are mostly scary than the actual video sometimes. Because most of it, the frequency is just... it's just picking up other frequencies. It's not really like, you know, nightmare fuel. Okay, one more video and then I'm gonna see if we go back to bed. Okay, we did the Area 51 one. Where's the one with the Fortnite? Oh, here it is. Hey!
From ghostly sounds coming out of nowhere, to a creepy room hidden inside a house, here are 6 creepy things found while playing Fortnite. Humming Ghost. Fortnite Save the World is filled with lots of lore and Easter eggs in comparison to its other free-to-play Battle Royale game. That said, you're bound to find some things that are pretty weird in Fortnite Save the World. In fact, you might find some things that are a little too weird to the point where it just comes off as being creepy. For example, take this gameplay in which showcases one of the subtle things that can be found while scavenging for wood in forested areas.
I can hear it. I heard like a female humming. Look at the singing.
There's no doubt that hearing this as you play by yourself is pretty creepy.
Ooh.
This adds to the already somewhat creepy ambience of the game with its abandoned locations and zombies that spawn out of nowhere. Now, some people have said that this may be an homage to Fortnite's original concept, which was supposed to be a horror game but later took a different direction and became something more cartoonish and lighthearted.
Oh man.
Whether or not this was a tribute to the game's original concept, coming across this is nonetheless very haunting.
Oy. Yeah, that's pretty creepy.
Slender Man. By now, almost everyone knows who Slender Man is. Slender Man's popularity is demonstrated by the countless references made to this creepypasta in both films and video games such as Fortnite. If you drop in Wailing Woods and head over to a shack that's inside a maze, you'll find a poster inside. If you look at this poster for a couple of seconds, it may turn into something you might recognize. However, that's only part of this Easter egg. If you wait until the storm comes and head towards the forest, you might come across Slender Man himself.
Where? Where? I don't see
There have
him.
only been a few instances of people getting this Easter egg, so you might not get it the first time you try. Now, some people think that this Easter egg isn't true. However, no one has come out to prove that it's fake. So if you're feeling a bit skeptical about this, perhaps you should try this yourself. However, take caution. No one has been able to document what happens upon meeting Slender Man.
Oh, there he is!
Is that your player dies. Who knows what happens, and who knows if it's true. Hopefully Epic Games can come out to confirm this creepy Easter egg.
No, they shouldn't. They should just make it more creepy.
A mysterious meeting. If you head over north out of Wailing Woods and northeast of Tomato Town, you'll stumble upon something pretty weird.
Actually, I wonder if there's like stuff up here. Holy sh**, that's weird as hell.
Ooh.
What the hell? The hell is that about?
They're having a meeting.
As with most Easter eggs found in Fortnite, coming across this is kinda creepy and leaves you questioning the meaning behind it. What's with the circle of chairs? And why is there a bear and a scarecrow? Unfortunately, these questions haven't been answered by Epic Games, yet some have theorized the meaning behind these bears. Apparently, destroying them all can unlock the Zapatron, which was a gun in Battle Royale that had to be removed because it was just way too powerful. And it's believed that it's still in the game, just hidden.
Ooh.
Of course, this is just a theory. There has yet to be evidence of what happens once all bears are destroyed. Now, this could also be a reference to Save the World, in which has a quest where you have to destroy a certain amount of teddy bears. The developers of this game have yet to explain some of these Easter eggs, most of which have not been found, according to Fortnite's lead designer Eric Williamson. Hopefully we'll get some explanation soon to some of these creepy Easter eggs. Hidden Basement. As you scavenge for resources and save the world, you might find an innocent-looking house. Upon entering this place, you might think that it's just like every other house in this neighborhood. However, as you make your way down to the basement, you'll start to realize that there's something odd about this place. Once you're in the basement and you've destroyed the fridge blocking the entrance to a hidden room, you'll find what appears to be a torture chamber, or what seems like a mortician's lab. But the basement isn't the only thing that's creepy about this house. It's also what's outside of it. If you go upstairs and head towards the yard, you'll find some freshly made, unmarked graves. Of course, this coupled with the torture chamber downstairs leads to the conclusion that this house belonged to some deranged serial killer.
Yep.
But what makes this even more unsettling is the lack of a backstory. You're only left with your imagination to fill in the blanks of what happened to these people before being buried. And if you're like most people, your imagination might cause you to think about some pretty dark things.
That's pretty creepy.
They're gonna see how much money Keith.
That's pretty creepy.
Disappearing teddy bear. If you drop in a gas station and climb up the stairs of a mechanic shop, you'll find a room that's completely empty. But you'll find that there's more to the room if you tear down one of its walls.
And as I was smashing through all the walls, there is a car, and when I looked inside the car, there is a stuffed teddy bear, and after I look at it for a few seconds, it disappears, and this is really creepy. Now this is something I've seen in a few other video games. Call of Duty is renowned for its multiplayer maps having these secret hidden teddy bears, but I've never seen this happen in Fortnite before, where there's been a teddy bear and it's just disappeared out of nowhere, and underneath that car.
The fact that this bear disappears is kind of creepy. Now, this might be a glitch that occurred only to this person, yet there's videos of people capturing the same thing. So, if this is something that commonly happens, then this must have been added to the game. And if so, what's the meaning behind it? The other bears in this game most likely serve as a reference to save the world, since shooting them emits a purple gas. Yet this one doesn't seem to have any purpose. Now, this could be alluding to the fact that Fortnite is haunted. There have been theories floating around the internet that Fortnite is haunted by those that were wiped out by the storm. And this Easter egg seems like a nod to those theories. However, the meaning behind it is still a mystery.
Ooh. That'd be funny.
Ghost.
The one with the bear disappearing in the car. Would have been funny if the game developers, if you find the bear, it disappears, and then when you turn around, it's just in your face right there, like as a jump scare. That'd be hilarious. They should have done that.
There seems to be more evidence supporting the theory that Fortnite is haunted. After landing in Pleasant Park, Kentrell's 1993 captured this chilling clip. According to a subreddit user, there have been rumors floating around that the word pleasant is used as a cover-up for the terrible crimes that occurred inside. Those that died in this place were buried in haunted hills, and every so often the spirits of the deceased would travel back to Pleasant Park to continue living there as they did when they were alive. If this is true, then Pleasant Park isn't the only place that's haunted. Others have captured weird things as they explored certain locations.
No, it's that door again. That door opening. Ooh. Spooky.
Hopefully more people will find anomalies in the game to support this theory. For now, we'll just have to speculate.
Spooky.
Thanks for watching. If you found anything weird while playing Fortnite, let me know in the comments below.
Alright guys, that was pretty fun watching all these videos. Spooky videos. So I'm going to go ahead and end it there. I'm pretty sleepy now, which is good. With that being said, remember you're the main character in your life, so don't forget to go level up. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye. I forgot my own saying.